I can swim. Just can't walk or dress myself. Take it easy. Take it easy.
All's my life I has to fight, nigga. All's my life hard times like, yeah. Bad trips like, yeah. Nazareth, I'm fucked up, homie, you fucked up. But if God got us, then we gon' be alright.
Nigga, we gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. Huh? We gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright.
And when I wake up, I recognize you looking at me for the pay cut. Bahamas, I be looking at you from the face down. One Mac 11, even boom with the bass down. Scheming, and let me tell you about my life. Painkillers only put me in the twilight. With pretty pussy and Benjamin is the highlight. I tell my mama I love her, but this what I like, Lord knows. 20 of them in my Chevy, tell them all to come and get me. Reaping everything I sow, so my karma come in heaven. No preliminary hearings on my record. I'm a motherfucking gangster in silence for the record. Tell the world I know it's too late. Boys and girls, I think I've gone great. Trying to side my faces all day. Won't you please believe when I say, when you know we've been hurt, been down before. Nigga, when our pride was low, looking at the world like, where do we go? Nigga, and we hate po-po when the killer's dead in the street for sure. Nigga, I'm at the preacher's door. My knees getting weak and my gun might blow, but we gon' be alright.
Nigga, we gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. Huh? We gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright.
What you want? You a house, you a car, 40 acres and a mule, a piano, a guitar, anything. See, my name is Lucy, I'm your dog. Motherfucker, you can live at the mall. I can see the evil, I can tell it, I know it's illegal. I don't think about it, I deposit every other zero. Thinking of my partner, put the candy, painting on a Rico. Digging in my pocket, in a profit, big enough to feed you. Every day my logic, get another dollar just to keep you in the presence of your Chico. I don't talk about it, be about it, every day I sequel. If I got it, then you know you got it, heaven I can reach you. Pet dog, my dog, that's all. Big back and chat, I trap the back for y'all. I rap, I black on tracks, so rest assured. My rights, my wrongs, I right till I'm right with God. When you know, we've been hurt, been down before. I was low, looking at the world like, where do we go? Nigga, and we hate po-po when the killer's dead in the street for sure. Nigga, I'm at the preacher's door. My knees getting weak and my gun might blow, but we gon' be alright.
Nigga, we gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. Huh? We gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright.
I keep my head up high. I cross my heart and hope to die. Love me is complicated, too afraid of my changes. I'm alright in your favor, dark nights in my place.
Salute, and welcome. Welcome back to the Black Ocean. Now, so we're getting deep in with your host, the one and only Great Black Shark. Oh, y'all know what we about to do over here this evening, tonight. Oh, yeah. We got to get into it. Yeah, we got to get on, the last king of chicken wings, Boule Martin, the running man Roland Martin. A bunch of titles we got to call him now. And Michael Eric Dyson, okay, yeah, the chief panda bear, that's what I'm gonna call him. We're gonna break some things down tonight because, see, like you see in the thumbnail and the title, we got to talk about these simps and punks and the demarcation between men and males, okay? Because, see, I've been saying this damn near since the channel has started here. There's a difference between being a man, which is an earned, honorable title, just like woman, okay, and a male, okay? Big difference, all right? I've covered some of this on Patreon about different archetypes and personalities that men have amongst us, okay? But we're going to get a little bit deeper here tonight because we're going to be analyzing some real-time events, and you're going to see exactly why what I said on Patreon in that broadcast, breaking down the difference between alpha males and sigma males and everything up under that, you're going to see how that correlates with what we're going to be discussing here tonight, okay? Because, see, let me take the time to go ahead and say something, too. Because y'all know me. I don't do that back and forth stuff on the internet with people. You don't see me beefing with folks, even though I know a lot of people have my name in their mouth. They think I don't know it, but I'm like, look, man, when you catch up to where I am, then we can have a conversation. I don't go back and forth with goofies, okay? I don't play ping pong ball with nonsense and all that foolishness. Got bigger fish to fry, more things to do, and I stay focused. I'm probably one of the most focused individuals that you will ever meet if you ever did meet me, okay? So here's the thing. That being said, let me go ahead and double down on something that many of us in New Black Media have been saying and are saying now. You cornballs that want to win the internet championship, boy, you keyboard champions, boy, let me tell y'all something, man. Tonight is going to be a lesson for a lot of you, and I know you're not going to listen because, see, the thing is, a lot of the keyboard champions that are just talk crazy online, oh, boy, they get to talking and running their mouth. And look, let's be honest, a lot of them were the people that did very well in school and college, okay? And, you know, they might have went through some issues where they felt like they were picked on or bullied, or in some cases, here's the strange thing, they might not have been picked on or bullied, but they didn't get the attention that they felt that they should get. A lot of time it starts with girls they liked in high school, college. Yeah, these people are carrying these old wounds, y'all. And salute to the good sister, Sakina Collins, for the cash, yeah. Thank you very much, my sister. Showing love already. But see, here's the thing. They carry those things from high school and college or whatever, and grown men, okay? Women, that's a whole nother subject for another day. We talking about the men tonight. They carry that, and they never get over it, so they have to compensate. So along comes the advent of the internet, voice over IP. And by the way, if you don't know that, a black woman invented voice over IP so that we can talk on things like X-Space, like I'm talking to you now and everything else. Got to give our sister the credit. Look that up for yourself. A bit of history for you there. But see, this is what happened when all of that came into play. You see, back in the day, and I tweeted about this on my X account, those of us that come from that generation where if you went outside to play and you got thirsty or what have you, and you drunk from that water hose, oh, we were built different. Gen X's were built different. I know a lot of y'all be like, man, y'all always talking about how different Gen X was, because we were, man, and we still are. We still are. I'm trying to tell you. So see, you fast forward to today, and look, it's not all these soy boys' fault, man, because like when you look at what they've been promoting, not everybody has a strong enough constitution mentally to resist this agenda where they want to feminize the men, especially black men, okay? Some of them just break down and go along with it. And if they don't, here's what they do to compensate for that. If they're not going to go full Billy Porter and put on a dress, okay, or be some type of clown, what they'll do is hop on the internet and just talk crazy, because this is the stuff they could never say to people in person, because they know they will get their head pushed back like a damn Pez dispenser, okay? Yeah, they know that. So here's the thing that I'm going to say to y'all that's in that particular category. One, the thing about progressing into manhood, okay, and unfortunately for a lot of people, just because they hit the legal adult age, 18, 21, what have you, it doesn't mean they go ahead and make that transition into men, because if they didn't have men to teach them about that early on, then they're just not going to make it. So you still not lost yet. Here's what you can do, because, you know, some people had unfortunate upbringings and didn't have the father there. You get around, hopefully you got an uncle, grandfathers, older cousin, older brother. If not that, other brothers in the community that you get around and that you see are carrying themselves like stand-up men. Now, what the people that I just mentioned there, the clowns, got to call them the internet tough guys, they're not going to do that, because, see, it takes work to become a man. You're not just born a man. You're born a male, but you have to become a man. You training, upbringing, trial and error, and you're going to be facing a trial by fire at some point in your lifetime. And that oftentimes means you're going to have to physically defend yourself. There's no such thing as being a man anywhere on the planet, and you never have to physically defend yourself or someone else, okay? So a lot of them never get to that point where they successfully defend themselves in a physical altercation. Now, yes, when you get grown, you don't run around fighting about any and everything. Nobody's saying that. But you be ready for trouble if it comes looking for you. And a lot of times, they were on the end of toting the ass whooping all the time. They don't never know what it's like to successfully defend themselves. So when they get on the internet, it's catch a flight this. Oh, I'll do this. I'll do that. And I'm like, first of all, you the weakest thing talking, because, see, for me, let me tell you something. I've said this before. A lot of these goofies, man, and some of them have found out the hard way. I won't discuss all that on the internet, but just know that I'm not the guy that's going to make videos and go back and forth with you. I ain't never been that person. I don't do that person. Okay? If it's a problem, everybody that know me be like, okay, I hope you're ready to go there, because he is. I mean, look, I'm not going to sit here and make a video telling you everything I'm going to do. For one, that's incriminating. Because, see, if it have to go left, hey, I ain't trying, I'm not incriminating myself, but see, we're in the generation of criminals today that love to tell on themselves. Well, I'm telling you, boy, the cyber police have an excellent, cushy job. I mean, man, they used to have to run around in the field and do investigations, man, dropping their donuts and they're having tantrums. But now these motherfuckers just tell on themselves, okay? So that's the generation that unfortunately we dealing with a lot of these guys, man. And here's the thing, to their credit, they're very intelligent. They just never graduated and crossing the Rubicon into manhood, okay, for some of the reasons I just mentioned earlier. But see, my warning to you is this. The world is a very small place today, especially with technology. Don't think you can't be found on here, okay? Don't think you can't be found. And then you never know who knows somebody that you talking crazy to that might be cool with that person. You don't know who's related to who. And then again, when it comes down to the individual levels of people making threats towards folks, you don't know anything about the person that you're dealing with. You really don't. Some of these people love to run their mouths, and I got a broadcast coming up I'm going to deal with on another subject matter, because I had to get on that I Show Speed nonsense, the latest foolery. I know y'all saw it. Him and Casa not in the damn shower together. Yeah, I'm going to go in on that. I know that's a lot of people, little internet guy, because they love to live vicariously through these goofy clowns like this. And I'll say it again. I don't believe that boy I Show Speed is one of us. They keep talking about his last name. I know his name, but see, let me tell y'all something. We're on to that crap where a lot of y'all people will immigrate over here and change their damn names. We know about that, okay? You don't have any tricks that we don't know about. We know our own people. Straight, heterosexual, foundational Black American men don't get in no fucking shower with another man. We don't play like that. Now, if you are LGBTQ, no problem with that. That's your lifestyle. You do that. But see, those of us that are old school Gen Xers, traditionally masculine men, the millennials, and the Gen Zs, we not playing that blurring the lines bullshit. We not playing that. So just know I'm going to deal with that in an upcoming broadcast, ladies and gentlemen. Now that you kind of know what the tone of the broadcast is going to be, let me go ahead and greet my esteemed guests that I see joining us in the building here. Yeah, because we going to get a lot of straightening over here. Look, I'm going to tell y'all right now, this can be known as the straightening channel. I will go where a lot of other people won't go. Various reasons, no disrespect to them. But when I see certain things that need to be cleared up, I'll be the one to speak on it. So it will follow on me. So it is what it is. I see the good brother D Foster in the building. I see my good brother Bruce in here. Scylla T's in the house. Sandra Evans, Seven Scales, Tanisha Murdoch, Dr. Chanel Phillips in here. I see you. My good brother Lee Holmes, Patricia Jenkins, the brilliant moderator and librarian. I see Sakina Collins in here. Let's see. Let me go down, make sure I'm in anybody. I see Dad Miller TV in the house. Let's see Sidonian Snow, Key Prince in here. Derek Parker, Stun Zed. I see you, sister. Let's see. Afro Truth TV. What's going on, family? I see Only Pamela's way in here. My good sister, Mrs. L. Salute to you and your husband. I see Ferocious, the producer, in here. No longer asleep. Let's see. Who else? I see Lil Brain in here. What's going on, brother? I recognize you from Patreon. I see Hot One in here. Kiana Price. What's up, Priceless? Man, that's my buddy right there, man. Hey, let me give my big head buddy a wrist, man. Where you been, lady? Yeah, what's going on, man? Salute to this sister, man. That's a real sweetheart right there, man. Good, solid sister there. Smart, very intelligent. Glad you made it over here. Welcome to the Mod Squad. I see Mr. Sam in the building and my good brother Charles Gibson is in. So, family, now that I greeted you all, I hope everybody's doing well. I hope your families are well. You know, we're going to go ahead and start out the broadcast with something a little bit lighthearted and something halfway serious, because I'm going to keep promoting this combat shotgun because I think everybody should have this for home self-defense, okay? Better have to have it and not need it, and need it and not have it, okay? If you can afford, go out to eat on a regular basis and waste nonsense on stuff that not going to do anything for you, you can definitely afford this. So y'all know what we're about to play first.
Gorillas, rock choppers, and drug figures. We bust shots and slugs on hot blocks with thug figures. I'm done talking, I come walking, charge stalking. If it's beef, I shine in the dog and I keep my gun stalking. But it's the dirty, we young figures, love pickers. We don't stunt in front with ya, we hunt and come hit ya. Yeah, like Craig Mills, feel mob, run this. We go toe to toe and in the world when yellow Sean done this. They got me laughing and joking, pistol blasting and smoking, mashing, asking for action while they gagging and choking. Yeah, it's real, boy, them feel boy, be thug line. You best watch your feet on the mat and step into the southern high. Slick from beer goers and tight clothes, hair weaving micros, beer boys and smoke. Weak bodies, bow ties, quick rain and flip flop, dank stankin' and zip lock. Stitches get stitches, finding ditches with lips lock. We filthy boy, we nasty boy, we dirty. You beef with we, you be deceased. You heard me? Cotton pickers and roddy figures, we taking over. We fear boys, we soldiers, represent Georgia. The dud, boys, real in your field. It's the dud, the dud, the field, nasty, the dud, the dud, boys, real in the field. It's the dud, the field, nasty. Benny Bowser, they zoomed out like that low down, nasty, filthy fella from the field, dedicated to Southern housing. It better make a meal. The Southern way, no other way. There's no better way to live. But they so they will. Fight King D to go real. Touch the chrome for your station to bong. But the bass in the drum while you blazing the gun. It's too dirty, ain't no blazing this bong. Represent the place where you from. The gritty Benny player. Suburban's on 20s player. Sleeping with a grinning player. Golden reds, bald heads, face, rose and black. With watermelon, pecan and peaches.
That is the U235 Armory M22 combat shotgun. I recommend that everybody get one. It is affordable. It is definitely affordable. A workhorse of a combat shotgun. You can use it with multiple types of shells. Okay, like I said, I can't go into different types on YouTube because boy, they'll get you tripping on that. But I put a list of that on Patreon. Okay, so now. Got to play something else here, a little bit lighthearted, because it's going to kind of fit what we're going to be talking about here tonight. Yeah, y'all know I'm finna give old Port Chotnose Prime Girls Martin and the Panda Bear, Michael Eric Dyson, the Blues over here. So got to play one more thing for y'all, then we'll get started.
To be a player, but I fucked your wife. We bust on bad boys, niggas fuck for life. Plus Puppy trying to see me, we hearts are ripped. Biggie Smalls and Junior Mafia, some hard ass bitches. We keep on coming while we running for your juice. Steady gunning, keep on busting at them fools. You know the rules. Little Caesar, go ask your homie how I leave you. Cut your young ass up, leave you in pieces, now leave the seats. Lil' Kim, don't fuck around with real G's. Quick to snatch your ugly ass off the streets. So fuck peace, I'll let them niggas know it's on for life. Don't let the west side ride tonight. Bad boy murdered, old wax and killed. Fuck with me and get your caption killed. You know, see, grab your blocks when you see Tupac. Call the cops when you see Tupac. Oh, who shot me but your folks didn't finish? Now you about to feel the wrath of a menace. Nigga, I hit him. On a menace, nigga, I hit him. Oh, bad boy. Bad boy, murdered on wax and killed. Fuck with me and get your...
You can find me in the club, a bottle full of bub. I'm into having sex, I ain't into making love. So come give me a hug if you're into getting rough. Go shawty, it's your birthday, we're gonna party like it's your birthday. When I pull up out front, you see the Benz on the dubs. When I roll 20 deep, it's 20 nights in the club. My flow, my show brought me the dough that bought all my fancy things. My crib, my cars, my clothes, my jewels, and tight-fitting jeans.
What the hell did you just say?
What the hell is that? What the hell is this? What the hell?
Yeah, man. Hey, listen, man. If I see it, you gotta see it too. When I pull up to the club, sitting on the bands on dubs. I know y'all like that. I know y'all like that country remix. Don't say you don't like it. Look, I saw y'all heads bobbing in there. Salute to my lieutenant, Tail Chin, and my first sergeant, some chick named Star in there. I see y'all. Yeah, I know y'all was jamming, man. Hey, yeah, hey, admit it. Especially you ladies. Hey, come on now. Y'all know y'all was dancing. I saw it, man. Look, that's right. I can feel it when you're dancing in Gerald. I know you like it. Okay? But hey, all jokes aside, I'm gonna tell you who ain't gonna like this broadcast tonight. The people that I mentioned there, but we got to go ahead and deliver a couple of strays here too while we talking. Let me go ahead and show you something I found quite hilarious. Let me put this on. Oh, how many of y'all remember this heifer right here? In fact, the business. Go ahead and make sure everybody can see this. Man, look what slithered out from under its rock. Boy, when I tell you, man, look, let me tell you something, man. We have some women and men, okay, that are the very definition of a slithering, low-life, backstabbing, opportunistic snake. She was all up in Trump and them people's faces, and you know, they basically had to throw her up out of there. And then when she didn't get what she wanted, by the way, she's a Nigerian teller. Yes, I got to put it out there. Claim your people. Man, soon as she didn't get what she wanted, oh, now she pops up with the so-called tapes. And by the way, she never released them, so they must have cut her a little check or something, because I didn't ever hear them. Oh, I've got tapes of Donald Trump saying all this racist stuff. I'm like, yeah. See, let me tell y'all the problem that I have with heifers like this or dudes like this. Because I see a lot of this go on, even in some of these spaces. Let me tell you something, man. If somebody is so bad and they're so horrible, okay, you should be able to come out up front and just go ahead and tell that. Don't wait till something happens or they do something to you that you don't like. Because that means that, okay, everything was cool as long as you was getting what you wanted. And hit dogs can holler all they want. If the shoe fit, damn it, put that motherfucker on, wear and walk around in. Okay? I can't stand this. Up here at the DNC 2024 National Convention, yeah, y'all know I'm going to get on them clowns too. Oh, trust me, just wait. I'm going to get on them clowns. It won't be the next broadcast, but it's coming up this week, so expect them to get the business too. But see, let me talk to y'all, man, because I expect this from the tether class, but let's be clear, we have some of our own that pull the same nonsense. When we see y'all doing this, man, just know that we're in a new era. See, delineation doesn't just mean delineating from the tethers. Oh, no, that's primarily what it's about. We're also delineating from our damn traitors amongst us of our lineage, even though she's not. So I'm letting it be known, as long as I have breath in my body, okay, I'm going to be one of the main ones saying, wait a minute, who goes there? When your goofy ass over there denigrating our people with them folks, get your motherfucking ass right back over there with the people. Wherever you betray is where you stay, okay? Put that in your lexicon. If you hear that anywhere else, they got it from here first. Wherever you betray is where you stay, okay? That's what we're going to have to start telling them, family. We're not playing with these people. Our very lives are on the line here dealing with this nonsense that we got going on in America. They want to flip-flop and hop back and forth because it's a bag or opportunity in it for them, and then want to come running back on. But we don't trust you like that. And see, let me say this about that. Family, do not ever, and I'm talking to men and women alike in this chat room, do not ever be ashamed to close the door completely on someone that is a traitor, okay? See, let me talk to you for a minute. I get it. We got people over here from all different religious backgrounds, educational backgrounds. Some of you don't believe in Most High, anything at all. That's okay. That's fine. But I want you to listen to me for the people that do. Okay, no matter what your religion is or faith or whatever you call it. Yes, there is a time and a place to forgive somebody, okay? We're talking minor things or what have you. And depending on the situation, okay, whether it's family or even close friends, if something happens where neither of you, and I've said this for years, where neither of you cost each other blood or money, okay, you can probably work that out. Even if you're not going to be the best of friends and see eye to eye, you can agree to feed people with a long handle spoon. Let me tell you something, man. That is not for people that have a track record of stabbing our community in the back. There is no long handle spoon to feed them with. You take that spoon and shove it down their throat, if anything, figuratively. Okay, I'm not advocating violence, all right? I'm not advocating violence. But what I'm saying is, in a figurative sense, there is no long handle spoon to feed them with. You see, if we're going to get to where we need to be as a people, we have to become accustomed with certain folks, and we are forgiving people. And I'm not saying that people don't deserve second chances, but I'm saying there's certain things that if you do this, oh no, we can't afford to give you no second chance. You made your choice. Because let's be clear, these traitors amongst us, whether they're in our lineage or outside of it, they're making choices. And in most cases, to get peanuts or acceptance from them folks over there, whether it's the Democrats or the Republicans. Become comfortable with closing the door on these people. We will not get the respect that we need to have as a people until we make a line of demarcation, just like we're going to talk about with these Simps and punks here tonight, and say, hey, once you cross this, that's it. You over there. You done. You're ostracized. Don't bring your raggedy ass, man or woman, back over here amongst us. See, self-respect, that's about common sense. And that's the most powerful form of intelligence, in my opinion, common sense. If you know somebody stabbed you in the back once and they got a consistent track record of doing it, and you survive that, don't put yourself in the same position again. You understand? See, let me go here with it. This is what I want to see my people become when it comes to sending people on their way that betray us like this health on this screen. We need to start looking at them in the same despicable way that we do a child predator, okay? Because there's nobody in my chat room that loves their children, their nieces, their nephews, little cousins, or what have you, that would willingly put or knowingly put those that I just mentioned in your family. You would not willingly put them around the child predator if you knew it was one, okay? You wouldn't do that. You wouldn't give a damn what kind of reform, because you can't reform that. Y'all already know my stance on that. But you wouldn't give a damn what kind of reform program they went through or what good deeds they doing. I'm like, okay, that's cool. You probably doing that, but you're not going to come around my kid. I'm just saying, if that was me, no, hell no. Once you do that, nah. Yeah, look, That's the one crime in society where if you get caught dead to rights doing that, whether you're a man or woman, hey, you shouldn't be sitting up on death row for no long period of time. I mean, once we confirm and verify that this is what you did, especially with DNA evidence, all right, and I'm talking about everything on the straight and narrow, okay, we got to get you up out of here. You was a reject. I don't know why you were sent down here, but hey, we gonna send you back. Maybe you'll get it right the next time you come back down here, okay? I'm just saying, man, y'all know how I am about that, so I digress. But what I'm not going to digress from is what we're about to cover here tonight. Yeah, let's go ahead and get into it, family. Oh, yes. I kind of lied when I said that I only had one kind of lighthearted thing to show you. Look, this is funny no matter who you are. We got to play this before we properly get on Pork Chopper's Prime Reels, the No Neck Wonder, because I'm still trying to figure out how this man moves around and is able to function the way he does with no neck. I have not seen it. I have seen no picture with this man's neck exposed. He don't have one. I'm convinced. Until y'all prove to me otherwise, that's where I'm sticking to. But see, I got to play this because I know some of y'all going to be jealous at what you're seeing here. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, he probably going to tell me I'm jealous of this. Family, look at this. I'm just going to play it for you.
I be feeling like the man when I walk through. Can't stand what you saying when I walk through. I got all these hoes staring when I walk through. I don't make you bad on the walk through. Watch it, they want me walk through. Watch it, they want me walk through.
Let me pause this right here. I know, forgive me. I know some of y'all probably find this hard to watch, but I got to do this. Okay. First of all, I'm surprised that he can lift his little fat feet up off the ground, little sandwich sultan that he is, sitting up here in this damn ghost monster sheet, you know what I'm saying? A bedroom sheet that then cut a hole in and made it into a shirt. Boy, he's talented, ain't he? No neck whatsoever to be found, little bun head bastard. Let me go ahead and go here. I know this is kind of going to offend some of the people with the big backs, but listen to me. I'm cool with big back folks as long as you not like this bastard up here. Because, see, this one should be ashamed of himself, not just because of his weight as a grown man. That's a very slovenly way to carry yourself. But you's a shillbilly, a Democrat shillbilly, okay? Democrat shillbilly. Sit up here with your little bun head. You're flopping around, dancing around. You was in front of Richard Spencer when he asked you, are you a black man? And you, I'm a man, I'm a Christian, just stuttering all over the damn place. Instead of saying, yes, I'm a black man, I'm black and I'm proud, and you're going to respect me on my show. You ain't had the balls to do that. Now, your head looked like a shaved testicle, but you didn't have any balls. So this is the thing, man. Roland, I'm talking to you directly. I don't give a damn who else, because I'm speaking for me. A lot of people want to try to be polite and cordial with this. Fuck all of that. I'm going to give him what he give everybody else, especially when he get to talk about new black media. Let me tell you something, dude. All that tough guy talk that you be doing, I get it. You were a bright guy in college. I won't take anything away from him having relative intelligence, because he does very stupid things and he has no integrity and sells out, which makes him look very dumb. But see, you got to understand to stay in your lane, buddy. See, you know you wasn't talking like that in college. And you know what? I guarantee you he probably did let his mouth get out of control in college a couple times. Folks had to pull down on him in there too. I know he did, man. See, he fits the category of what I was discussing at the onset of the broadcast here tonight, or at the opening. I know he is, because this is what these kind of guys are. You can't really get respect for being a man amongst men. So what you have to do, you turn into a little punk, and these are the ones that sell out for the Democrat or Republican Party, okay? They can't get any respect from anybody, so they start to talk tough, and no, you can't back none of it up. See, the thing about those of us that are actually men, and I try to go out my way to avoid confrontation, because I know that if I have to go there, it's going to be Old Testament. So I would rather us work it out, okay? That, especially if it's another black person. I really don't like to get into it with my people, okay? But see, somebody like Pork Chopper's Prime Reels, Martin, what you got to understand is this, bro. There's a difference between men that can actually defend ourselves versus those that cannot. And you know you can. He's a coward too, because see, I heard him on his show one time, and look, for me, this is irresponsible. It's one thing if you're doing this and you're single, but if you're a man with a family, and I'm not going to talk about his wife, because yes, he is married, I think he has kids, if I'm not mistaken. But if you're a man with a family, you can't be sitting up here in this day and age and this era talking about, I don't need a gun, I ain't gonna never own no gun. Okay? And heaven forbid, if you get into a situation where with all these illegal aliens over here, they decide to pick your house to do a home invasion, now what you gonna do? You gonna talk on the deal? I know you ain't gonna throw no food at them because shit, you know, folks, my brother Tariq was saying he'll throw food at them. Nah, I gotta disagree there. Roland ain't throwing no food. What he will do though, and see, you know what? Let me make sure I give him his props. I forgot, he does have a weapon. Roland actually has a belt, y'all. Yes, the Snack Panther has a belt. And on that belt are razor sharp plates that he'll detach and throw them at your ass like a bunch of ninja throwing stars, okay? So I forgot about that. You know what I'm saying? I imagine he keeps it sharp enough to cleave you in half, okay? So I guess he's relying on that. But this man actually said that he ain't never had a need for a firearm. He ain't gonna never own one. Okay, jackass. See, people like that, that's your right to feel that way. But I'm going to tell you now, I'll never be that kind of fool. Yes, I know everybody like, well, you ex-military. Yeah, you're right. And see, here's the thing. Even if I wasn't, I have common sense. Even before I joined the military, okay, and retired, I had sense enough to understand when that thing was needed and when it wasn't, okay? Now, I'm not saying you got to walk around like somebody on a SWAT team, but I'm just saying in your home, if you got a family, I mean, see, guys like that are so anti-2A, they don't ever stop to think that, hey, man, if somebody pick you for whatever reason, run up in your house, okay? Your wife and kids there. And then, heaven forbid, they do something to your wife and kids and then leave you alive. Do you know how that would tear you up for the rest of your life, sitting there thinking about, damn, if I only would have had a way to defend us? You see what I'm saying? See, I couldn't be that dude, man. See, some of these guys, man. But hey, I'm gonna leave that alone. We're gonna finish letting them dance, and then we're gonna get straight on them here. Because salute to the good brother Jamal Green. He had to put in that work. But I'm gonna dissect this. I know y'all want to see some more dancing, though, right? We're gonna let him finish. What do we call this dance, y'all? I think this is the hopping ham bone dance. Is that what we gonna call it? Is that a good name for it? That's what it looks like to me, boy. Man, boy, that's probably the most exercise his ass done got in the last 15 years, man, when he recorded this. The hopping ham bone dance. Look at it. He's like he's doing something too. See, I got to go in on this dude, man. I know I said I was gonna let him finish, but I had to pause it right here. I want you to look at it. For me, I could not be proud of myself as a man if I woke up every day looking like this and acting the way he does. Huh? Just a fat, slobbily out of shape bastard with no spine. You run your mouth like a woman, okay? And see, I'm gonna get into that once we start breaking this thing down. But I'm just saying, man, part of manhood is when you get up in the morning and you might not be built like Captain America or whatever, but you know that what you're looking at is a man in the mirror that's going to stand on principles, stand on business if need be. Your community respects you. You got a wife, your kids respect you. Okay, if you're a single brother, okay, you still get respect from the people that you encounter. This guy is a clown. And see, you know what? I got to go here. Even most of them people that we're going to look at in this footage here, thanks to our good brother Jamal Green, because he posted it on the internet. Y'all done seen it by now. Most of them women in there, they know that if they needed some protection, they're not calling his ass. Can you imagine if this is your protector, ladies in this chat room? I'm just saying, this is going to protect you. Can you imagine if you was out somewhere with this dude, man? I can imagine, boy, if he dated any women in college, I imagine they would put him out there. Can you imagine if somebody pulled down on him, man? He probably took off running. Well, not running. He probably curled up in a ball and rolled away like a little roly-poly. Because I believe that he can actually do that. That joke is like a big cellulite compacted transformer. He hop up in the air. Beep, 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 beep. I'm getting out of here. You better run. You better roll like me. You better roll. He curl up in the ball and roll and leave the chick just standing there. I'm not finna fight. Yeah, better yet, if he don't curl up and roll, y'all remember the little bouncing balls you get, the little rubber balls you play with as a kid. I believe he can do that also. If he don't roll away, he'll curl up in the ball and bounce so hard that he'll go high for there where you can't catch his ass. Little fat bastard. Let me let this bastard finish dancing, man, because I ain't done with him yet. I got to get him. So that was his dancing here. So we're going to go ahead and get started with the footage and see, before we even get here, boy, y'all saw the meme. Y'all know I'm the meme king. I have to restrain myself. If you looked on my community tab, you saw the meme that I put up. And it was taken from this still shot right here, boy. Before we even get into it, look at them eyes, boy. See, I've seen these eyes before. And, you know, I don't take pride in having to inflict this look upon people, because every now and again, as a man, when people test you, and let me go here for the ladies. We go here for the ladies, because look, bless y'all civilized sisters' hearts. We understand that, just like the song Last Night a DJ Saved My Life, we got to give you sisters your credit, because a lot of y'all be saving some of these clowns' head from getting smooth, knocked the fuck off their shoulders. It's people have had to do it with me at times, okay? But see, there comes a time where sometimes you be like, you know what, I got to give you what you're looking for, okay? Now, I'm not saying the brother Jamal went there to necessarily put hands on him, but he definitely went there to confront him face to face. And shout out to the brother. I don't blame him, okay? I'm going to point out one thing that he should have did, though, if he was trying to get at him, though. Oh, we're going to get there. But see, look at them eyes. Man, I ain't never seen his eyes that big, man. Can you imagine? You already got a little bun shaped head. Now your eyes are just bucking all over the damn place. Oh, shit. Oh. Man, he like, oh, I ain't expecting to see you. First of all, let me talk. Let me go back to other people like Roland, okay? Because I'm actually doing this as a public service announcement tonight. Let me tell you, internet goofballs that's competing for the Internet Tough Guy Championship online, okay, like in the thumbnail. Let me tell y'all something. You better be careful when you start running your mouth and you in somebody's city. Do you understand that it ain't nothing for people to pull up on you? Because, see, this goes back to what I was saying. Because, see, the internet is a very deceptive place. It's an illusion. It made people think they can do and say anything, and they ain't gonna never have to have no consequences for it. Yes, we live in a country where we have a First Amendment, freedom of speech, but after you say what you want to say, which you can, you got to be prepared to deal with the consequences that come after that. So now, you go in and say all this stuff about people, and then you going to pull up to their city like they not going to see you. First of all, you don't know who is like, hey, man, you remember little buddy that had all that mouth that was talking about it? He over here around the corner over here at so-and-so church. And see, let me tell you another thing, too, because I heard a lot of people like, man, he had went into the church to get him. Let me tell you something, man. When you offend the wrong people, man, it could be at church or funeral, wherever the straightening have to occur, grocery store, it don't matter. The straightening is going to take place. It's on site, okay? We mean that, because see, a lot of tellers don't get that, which is why they fleeing all over the place. I've actually heard one of them in my brother Tariq's space trying to defend the nonsense. That is wrong. You shouldn't do that. And I'm like, see, shut up. That's exactly why you can't get control of your nations where you flee from. Because all somebody got to do is say boo and pop you on your ass, and then you hauling ass doing the inner tube groove to get far away from them as you can. And you ain't never going back. We not built like that. We stand our ground. Okay? And see, one of the unspoken rules amongst men before we review this, all men in here back me up on this, because I want you to sign off on this, and I want you to give me the black fist in the chat after I say this, because see, y'all can disagree with me if I'm wrong. I want all the women in here to pay attention. Every brother in here, whether you foundational Black American freeman or not, I want you to give me this black fist if you agree with what I'm saying. Let these women know this, because see, somebody got to say this. It should go without saying, but sometimes you need to make the message plain, so that way other people ignore it and they have to toe the ass whooping because they ignore the message and they get it. Let me go ahead and ask the question. Brothers, no matter what background you from, education, okay, what your faith is, whatever you from, whatever lineage you from, is it true or false that there are unspoken rules amongst men? There are lines that once you cross them, you know what time it is. Am I right or wrong? Give me the black fist in the chat. If you're a black man in here, no matter your lineage, did I tell the truth about what I'm saying? Is it true or false? Huh? Because see, I load the chat room up. We got to let these women know, man. Because see, believe it or not, that's one of the things that sometimes, bless your heart, I'm not picking on you. Sometimes sisters don't understand that. Sometimes, look, I tell all the women that I know this. I say, look, if it get to a point where two men are heated about something, okay, yeah, there's certain times that you can kind of calm somebody down, but depending on what was said or what was done, it's time for you to move, okay? See, y'all know me. I tell you all the time, I was born in a different era. Here's what I wish would happen before we review this. What I wish would happen is this. I wish we lived in a society where if you ran off at the mouth on these internet spaces, I wish we had control of a society where if you did that, the people that's doing it, it should be set up this way. Y'all gonna be like, man, you tripping. Oh, I'm finna make all the cowards mad with this, what I'm about to propose here, boy. You better hope I don't never be in charge one day because I will set this rule. It should be set up where, like, if you run in your mouth making threats at another person, until you go and face-to-face deal with that person, nobody should do business with you. You shouldn't be able to get no type of service, no nothing. I'm talking about even your bare necessities. Everything should be cut off from you in society until you take your punk ass to go deal with the person that you mouthing off about. That's how it should be. We talking Thunderdome. 2 men enter, 1 man leave. That's the way it should be. I guarantee you, if we had a society like that, 2 good things, because I know a lot of y'all probably cutting your pearls, a lot of ladies like, oh my God, what is he saying? He tripping. No, I'm not. I'm been explaining. If we had that kind of society, 1, you see a lot less of that. Either most of the cows would stay in their lane or they would leave this country. Or number 2, here's the other good thing for the ladies that's clutching their pearls thinking I'm tripping. That's how you would tell who the real men are, okay? Because in a society like what I just proposed, the men would show, okay? The men would be the ones like, okay, bro, look, let's just stop the talking. The Thunderdome is over here. Let's go. Because we can't get no more services till we deal with this. I got to keep my lights and stuff on. Come on, buddy. Let's go on in here and get it settled. I know a lot of people like, man, that ain't right. No, yeah, it is. We got too much of this bitch-assery. I said bitch-assery because it's an ambidextrous term with me. I use it for both genders. We have too much bitch-assery going on in this society, and it's making us look weak on the world stage. We get to the point where you elect something, and I said something, fuck him. I don't have no respect for the bastard for what he did to our people with them crime bills. When you get to a point in society where you can elect a Joe Biden as a president, let me tell you something, man. Masculinity is in trouble. White folks, I'm looking at you with that for you goofy, insane liberals that voted for this man. And yes, we know that goofy bisexuals amongst us that did it, okay? Because I damn sure didn't do it. But I'm saying, when you get to that point, because when you look at Joe Biden, let me go here before we get on him. I know it's taking a while, y'all. Trust me. I'm doing this for a reason. When you look at Joe Biden, man, look at what he is. They put him in there knowing he wasn't right in the head. And if you look at most of the people that's pulling the strings, it's a bunch of conniving women in that party that's pulling the strings. The Nancy Pelosi and the rest of them, they don't give a damn about that man. He's a senile puppet for them to just push whatever they want to push through and make him feel like he's important. He's basically the equivalent of the special kid that everybody cheer for, knowing they can't really do anything. You give them a participation trophy medal and they hold it up. That's very cruel. And see, speaking of that at DNC, I'm going to cover this and then when I get on them. But those of you that saw that, did you see when they put that little guy out there that had ALS in that wheelchair? That's some dirty shit, man. Now y'all see why I could never be a damn Democrat. And no, that doesn't mean I'm going to turn Republican. They put that man up there on that stage with ALS, and he up there murmuring, can't understand nothing he's saying. And then this help up there, like she translating what he's saying. Y'all gonna see, you can't make this up. That's some demonic, dirty shit. And whoever that man's family was, you should be ashamed of yourself. You ain't shit. But these motherfuckers will sink to there's no low they won't sink to. Okay? We heard about them having to unalive the baby stations out there and the vasectomy stations out there. anything to keep black people from procreating, and then they're not gonna do nothing for you. See, boy, if there was ever a plan for getting people to participate in their own extinction, boy. But I'm gonna go into that in a future broadcast. Back to this clown though. Like I said, I wish we had that type of society that I mentioned where you start running your mouth, can't get no more business or services until you go and deal with that beef or that issue that you got with somebody. People think twice before getting into conflicts with other people. We had that type of society set up, okay? But see, we gonna look at this eye-bucking fool here. I want y'all to watch what Brother Jamal Green had to do to him, because I don't blame him. I don't blame him.
Give me 1 second. No, ain't no. I gave you enough. I gave you enough pictures. Yesterday.
Now, you heard him when Jamal was like, hey, man, you got a second? Let me holler at you. Oh, no, ain't no second. Ain't no got a second. I gave you no attention yesterday. I'm like, man, Roland, I'm going to say it to you straight, dude. Apparently, and see, this is the problem with a lot of these guys that are very intelligent, but they don't have any type of street smarts and understand how to read the room. Boy, Chicago ain't no place to play like that. Do you understand me? Chicago is not a place to go fucking around like you doing, man. You sitting up there talking crazy about this dude, man. You don't know him from a hole in the wall. Now, I hear the brother is an activist and he's involved in politics up there. Shout out to that brother. But see, here's the thing, man. You talking crazy in a city that has a reputation for fuck around and find out. Just like I keep telling people about down here in Atlanta. And I'm gonna clarify some things that I've been hearing going around here lately about that too. Because when I got on the I Show Speed climb, everybody started talking about Atlanta this, Atlanta that. Don't worry, I'm gonna deal with that. But see, as far as this, I'm gonna tell you like my great-grandfather told all of us a long time ago, okay? He was like, listen, you better understand something about respect. No matter where you from, if you go somewhere else, it's not about where you from. It's about where you are. I'm going to say it one more time. Words of wisdom I live by. No matter where you from, if you go somewhere else outside of where you from, it's not about where you from. It's about where you at. Where you are, okay? See, when you live in that little bubble, that boule bubble, where you're not around any real straight-laced men of any type, and you used to running off at the miles, and then you do that because, one, white people think it's cute, you get little brownie points with them, and then you are impressing your little old lady church crowd. They sit up there and giggle and go along with it. Nobody's got common sense enough to tell you, hey, man, you might better be careful talking crazy like this, because this ain't the first time somebody done pulled down on it. And see, here's the thing, how you know the women around him, and yes, I'm going here, ain't worth a damn, even the ones up there in that church, because see, a classy church lady, an elderly classy church lady, was like, hey, baby, don't talk like that. Don't do that. I mean, it's another way you can say that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But LBA grandmothers and stuff, the voices of reason that we had in our family, they would try to reason with you in a calm fashion. None of the women telling them that. And see, I'm going to get to something. Speaking of them women, let's let it play here, because I'm gonna tell you what somebody like me would have did if I had came there to actually go ahead and see what the business gonna be. I'm gonna get to that point and I'm gonna break it down.
Yeah, you tweeted about it. You tweeted. You called me dumb. Say what you got to say.
Now, did you see when they were talking about security? Let me tell you what I would have did, y'all. See, I'm gonna tell you something else that I got from my grandfather, okay? Because my grandfather's on both sides of my family, man, they stayed gaming us all up, the young ones. I was told this: life isn't fair, so don't ever fight that way. Y'all want to know what I would have did if I was actually coming there to do him some harm or trying to see what the hell was gonna be? See, let me give y'all a little bit of advice, man. A lot of y'all gonna laugh, but I'm dead serious when I say this. If you know that you're dealing with a little punk, okay, because that's what Roland is, a punk. If you know you're dealing with a little punk that's liable to run away or he gonna try to stay surrounded by a bunch of women, this is where you need the cool homegirl studs to come in the picture. Now, I know in this particular situation, that's a bit tricky because you in a church, you know what I'm saying? And usually I keep, the friendly studs around that'll body slam your ass. For the younger ones, okay? Because, you don't want to be having the little old church ladies beat up. but you would need him to run interference for you. So that way, hey, it's a woman dealing with a woman. Now you can get to this dude that you got an issue with. You understand? See, this is why I don't be talking crazy to the women like that. We need you. I know you like, boy, that's a dirty thing. But listen, man, I'm telling you, life is not fair. So I refuse to fight that way. I just don't. I'm not. Okay? Now, I ain't gonna have you jumped or nothing. You know what I'm saying? If it's one-on-one, it is what it is. But see, I would have, I'm like, I would have came prepared. Because see, look, I'll go here with it. Let's switch gears for a second. Remember the brother Tyrone Muhammad, another brother from the Chicago area. Shout out to that brother. Does excellent work. Activists out there. That brother put his heart, sweat, and soul into trying to make his community better. I remember when that brother went there and they shut down that hair salon there. Y'all remember that a couple years back, right? What he should have did for them hard-headed heifers, he should have had a squad of them studly goons like, yeah, okay, and the men ain't gonna have to touch you, baby. That's what we here for, okay? Yeah, that's what I would have did. I like, oh, it's like that? All right, let me step on back real quick. Y'all seen that little meme of Homer Simpson when he just slide back into them bushes? I'm like, yeah, okay. I can't prepare, baby. I got these studs over here. And boy, I'm talking about you got to get them big burly ones that look like they could be the starting lineup for the Dallas Cowboys or somebody. You got to get them, okay? That's what they for. I keep telling y'all, man, big backs have their place in society, okay? That's what I would have did. And see, salute to my good brother Rob. He's an educator from the Chicago area. See, that's another thing. The people that come over here, I know some of these guys, man. My brother Rob in the chat room, Foundation of Black American Man, and educating our school system. He's from there, born and raised there, from what I understand. Man, Chicago ain't nothing for you to play with like that, man. And see, let me talk to the other people that know old pork chop nose prime ribs Martin. Some of y'all got to know that, man. I get it, a grown man gonna do what he want to do, but some of y'all that's close to him, if you really value him, being around, talk his little sassy talk the way he do, you better get in his ear and be like, hey man, if you gonna do that, let me just go ahead and tell you, if you gonna do that, you better get you some security, bro. You better get you some security, because the little church ladies ain't gonna cut it. Because see, what if, and I don't want to see this happen, okay? I really don't. But I got to go here hypothetically. What if you piss off the person that's just like, hey, man, I'm in full crash out mode, bruh. I don't care who you with. I'm going to get you. Because, see, man, look, most of the guys that's in crash out mode like that, I give it to them. They wouldn't run up in no church. You know what I'm saying? They actually put pause on you. But when you come out, boy, hey, boy, I hope you said all the prayers you need to say in there, because you're going to need them. See, man, I'm telling you, boy, if you think Chicago ain't full of brothers like that, man, you don't know that city. I got family up there. I know it. I knew it very well. Yes, I do. And they are all the way with the shits up there, okay? But see, when you stay in this little boule bubble outside of the real world, all this trash you be talking, threatening people, I'm telling you, man, look, I don't want to see it happen, but I'm just going to make a prediction. And again, I'm going to say it. I don't want to see it happen. He going to keep on because I don't think he learned his lesson yet. Somebody going to sock him one day. It's coming. Somebody going to sock him, man. He going to keep on. He going to say the wrong thing to somebody, be in their city, not know that that's where that person is, and somebody going to super sock him, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, you don't get no points of beating no little pot-belly bastard like that, but I'm just saying, you got dudes out here today be like, hey, man, I got to do it. I got to get him. He shouldn't have said what he said, okay? The unwritten rule is amongst men, hey, we'll roles, we'll go back and forth. But see, I'm like this. Once you start making targeted threats towards people, talking about what you going to do somebody, okay? See, for me, everybody that know me, if you start doing that with me, I'm not going to say nothing. At the business, I'm going to laugh at you. I'm laughing because I'm like, all right, I'm going to take you serious too. I'll be laughing, but make no mistake. I'm going to take what you said seriously. So that means that if we ever somewhere, hey, I got to get you before you get me. I mean, that's the way I look at it, okay? Some of us are not playing with you out here with that goofiness, man. But see, we going to let it continue because, see, boy, look at all these little boule pals up here. They're like, oh, my God, Roland. Some of them probably, you know what? They probably going to ban him from coming back to that church. Like, hey, man, you done invited, you got these people come here that put hands on us, man. You know, we some of the traitors and the cowards in the black community. Hey, they were like, hey, boy, you can't come back up in here. He done made the block hot for them because the last thing in the world that anybody in that crowd they want to do is throw hands. Let's let it continue.
right now. Say what you got to say.
Yesterday, you tweeted about me. You tweeted and called me dumb yesterday, right? First of all, you called me dumb.
See, right here is what Stud would have came in like, hey, watch out, baby. get on back up out the way, man. I'm trying to tell you. You know what I'm saying? Then look, if y'all think that I said it's dirty about having the studs to intervene, I'm gonna tell you where it can get even dirtier. Do y'all want me to go there? Can I reveal how much dirtier I would have did it? Cause see, tell you something, boy, you talking about the dirtiest play in the game? If, okay, cause y'all know I'm a saint now. Saint, okay, I have a halo around my head at all times. But can I share with you what I would do if I was the dirtiest player in the game still, okay? Can I share it with y'all, or is it a little too much, okay? Because see, there's a way that you get even dirtier than the studs. Do y'all want to know? Can I say it to you people? Let me know in the chat room if I can tell it. See, I'll refrain if y'all don't want to hear this, because I understand that church is supposed to be a sacred place of worship, even though not many of them are today. And the black churches, okay, that's a whole nother broadcast. But can I tell y'all exactly what I would have done besides add the studs to the artillery? Some of y'all want to know? let me tell you something. Yes, only Pamela's way. I'm a saint. You know this. All of you know this. All these ladies in here know I'm a saint. Don't y'all know this? I'm a saint. Let me tell you how I would have got even dirtier. You know what I'm saying? Here's the thing, man. See, if you really want to deal with them, we all know that there's a secret weapon that don't give a damn about nothing in the community, and they work for cheap. All you need is to get a few bundles, some hot Cheetos, okay? And maybe, you know what I'm saying, just maybe, if you really want some extra, you know what I'm saying, special service that they're going to give, maybe get a Chris Brown concert ticket or two and employ you some hood rats. Oh, yes. Get you a pack of wild hood rats. Boy, they done went in there and showed out. Everybody might say I'm wrong. Tell me I'm lying. Man, them church ladies would have called hell. They would have ran interference. I'm going to get these Chris Brown tickets. Man, they would have ran in there, boy, a stampede of hood rats. Man, they would have came in there, man, been all on the organ, twerking and everything, man, cussing the church ladies out. Throwing, you know what I'm saying, high heel shoes at them, pulling wigs all over the place. I'm just saying, man, if Jamal, brother, next time, man, I'm just saying, bro, if you really got to get him, because I can't tell him not to handle this business, that man calling him all kinds of names. If you really got to get him next time, look, man, either get you some studs on the team or go ahead and load up on your hot Cheetos and employ the hood rat. Y'all in here laughing. You know this is a sound strategy. Look, let me tell you something, man. Look, because I know the hood rats are like, why you always talking about it? Listen, I respect you for what you capable of, hood rats, okay? For the ones that's out there. Let me tell you something. If you motivate a hood rat with the right trinkets like bait, they are very effective. You got to understand the things they value in life, okay? Because look, a few of the things, the hot Cheetos and stuff, I just named a few of them things, man. Look, some Black and Miles, okay? Man, go ahead and get you a fifth of Hennessy. I'm just saying, man. Look, go ahead and get, some hair and nail products and stuff. A box of them. Do you know what they will do for a box of them doggone bat lashes that they have, man? Boy, do you understand? Look, let me tell y'all something, right? Because y'all probably still think I'm playing. Jamal, listen to me, brother, in case anybody happens to send this to you. All you need to do is get one bundle and dangle it in front of a hood rat. Y'all ever seen a dog when you got some food in front of them and their mouth start watering? That's exactly what a hood rat does when you wave weave in front of them. Or they be like, weave. You've got weave. What must I do to have that? What must I do to grab that bundle, that weave that you have? Well, baby, look, this is what I'm going to need for you to do. Now, I'm after a boule buffoon in here, a boule buffet master. Now, he's up in the church. If you want this weave, I'm going to need you to run up in here and handle all the church ladies so I can get to him. Don't smack him up now, okay? I want you to go to hell. Just make sure that they not in my way, okay? Just make sure. For a bundle? Yes. I'm just saying, that's what they'll do. You need to understand how to motivate them. Man, if you get an army of motivated hood rats, there is nothing that they won't do. Oh, my Lord. I can't believe it. The zealous approach with Zola's in here. Her innocent ears. Salute to you, sister. You too innocent to be hearing this stuff. I forgot that she was over here. Bless your heart. Listen, they're motivated. Look, watch this. Before we move on, y'all ladies in here laughing. Y'all know doggone well it's a reason why y'all don't really be wanting to say nothing to these hood rats, the sexy red types, because y'all afraid of them. Come on now. Be honest. Most of y'all like, hey, bruh, I don't even want no problems with them because you see how retarded they are. You see, I'm just saying. So my thing is, I believe that everybody in Black society can be utilized to the best of their abilities. You just got to understand the community that you in. So my good brother Jamal, hood rats and studs, okay? These are your options because, you know, you might want to catch them another time. And then, look, I'm trying to help my brother because I respect it. I actually respect him running down on Roland. Here's another way you can get him, okay? If you don't want to go the hood rat stud option, because, my good brother Jamal, I think he's a family man. He be like, GBS, you tripping, man. That's just too dirty for me. But I'll tell you a surefire way to get him, okay? Now, how many of y'all coming up saw those old cartoons, okay? The Bugs Bunny cartoons and everything. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Lord, my sister Zola said she tried to convert one indirectly. Yeah, you can't convert them, baby. Don't do that. Don't do that. They will throw Hennessy at you, man. And man, I'm trying to tell you that the hood rats are dangerous. They actually have a hot Cheeto gun too, but see, that's a broadcast for another day. Y'all don't understand. They have various weapons and tools that y'all not prepared to deal with. But see, back to old Boule Bird here. You got to understand something, man. Here's a surefire way to trap his ass. Just like them old cartoons, if you set up a box, put a stick up on it. Now, this is what you're going to have to do now. You're going to have to spend a little bit of money, not much. Go down to Krispy Kreme, get you an assorted variety of donuts, okay? Get you a good dozen of them, okay? Then you open that box. Make sure they hot, too, because you got to have the breeze and the smell to waft so the old last king of chicken wings pick it up. And then you're going to get you know what I'm saying, maybe a side of beef, some ham or something. You got to have some meat. Throw that in there with the donuts, okay? And you hide around the corner with a string. And then, to top it all off, you know how like when you go hunting, you got your duck call and everything? Well, there's a call that attracts buffet masters. If there's a whistle that if you blow it, it sounds like a stove sizzling. They can't resist it because when they hear that sizzle or something cooking and then they smell some food, he will run his little fat ass or roll his little fat ass right up under that box and then you pull the string, you got him, okay? These are options, Jamal. Then your three options. If you don't want to use the studs and the hood rats, you need to get you some food, set you up a trap, okay, just like I said. Get that special whistle that when you blow it, it sounds like a sizzling stove, some meat cooking, and then you got him. So I'm just saying you can keep your hands clean from the studs and the hood rats. So I'm going to let it continue, y'all. I like to be helpful. I'm just trying to help out. So now, that was the end of that, right? That was the end of that, okay? But see, man, look. You know I had to clown that fool, man, because he deserved it. He earned it. Yeah, it's hot one, the stove. That's right. And Keanu Price, he said, I don't feel like fighting them. I got an RN license. Yeah, see, because we have very talented sisters in here, business owners, professionals. From the hood rats ain't worth it, man. Because, see, you know, they got a license, man, and just, waking up every day and being dusty. Some of y'all ladies actually got some coins to reel together. So, yeah, I just move around, you know what I'm saying? And look, I'll tell you right now, let me help y'all out. Those of you ladies in here that are wondering, well, GBS, what if they come after me for no reason? Well, just like I told you for when the big bats get after you, there's security snacks for hood rats. Just throw an emergency hot Cheeto bag out in another direction and they're going to have a decision to make. They can't resist it, okay? They're not going to chase you and the hot Cheetos. So just throw it away from you and they'll run after that. Or a little tiny bundle of weave, or let them know it's a sale or something over there that they want. Okay, and then that's some option to get away from. But see, now we got to get into something else here, family. Okay, because that's about all I'm gonna give. I got something we're gonna analyze because we're finna get into old Panda Bear here in a second. But before we do that, we're gonna analyze exactly what set him off. Now I know a lot of people already gave their take on it, but see, this part where I'm gonna have to get somewhat serious. Because this type of simping here, see, this is the thing, man. The simps are dangerous because of a couple of reasons. Number one, simps are dangerous because if they make an advance on you ladies, and a lot of y'all need to listen to this, I hope it's no sisters in here dealing with them, but some that might listen to this on the playback, it might be you. We bring up people like Mercedes Moore. You see how that sister lost her life, and I don't celebrate that, regardless of whether I agree or disagree with what she was doing or not. I don't want to see none of our sisters hurt, okay? Even if you can't stand my goods, I don't want to see you hurt. I want to see you healthy. I want to see you live, okay? A simp is dangerous because if you reject their advances, they get violent, especially if you gonna sit up here and play that dangerous game of having them give you money in exchange for things and thinking that they ain't gonna want something in return. There's no such thing as a man spending no money on you and he don't want to return on that investment. Okay, so now if you're not planning to reciprocate with whatever he's wanting, because it may not always be physical, most of the time it will be, then hey, don't play that game, man. Don't play that game with these simps out here of any race. Don't do it. All right? So that's the first reason they're dangerous. The second reason that they're dangerous is because if you do get a tame simp and you actually dealing with them long enough, a simp, and ladies, listen to this because I get it. I know it can be fun to have one of them slobbering all over themselves and falling all over you. A simp is dangerous because he's never going to tell you the truth. You understand? See, one thing about me and a lot of women I've dealt with, you know what I'm saying, whether it's casually or seriously over the years, they'll tell you one thing about me because I tell you, I don't care how fine you are. You can fit my specs from head to toe and be a perfect 10 in my eyes. I'm going to tell your big head ass the truth. I don't give a damn how mad you get, because if I actually care about you, I'm going to let you know what the truth is, and you be as mad as you want to be, because I know the truth shall set you free. The truth is medicine. The truth is good for all of us, okay? We've gotten into a point in society now where America has cultivated a society that doesn't tell women the truth. And see, let me go further with this why simp is dangerous. Ladies, sometimes, man, you might have an idea and you might think it's a good thing to do, but your life could be on the line. A simp is just going to say whatever because he's just going along with whatever makes you happy. A man that is in a leadership position has sense enough to say, okay, she's going to be mad, but it's my job to protect her. Let me go ahead and break this down and be like, hey, look, this isn't a good idea. You shouldn't do this, okay? That's what men that lead do, okay? A simp is incapable of that, because they haven't graduated to manhood yet. Here's the other thing you got to understand about a simp. When it comes to a simp, if you have children with one, he can't train your son to be anything other than what he is. You don't want to repeat of that, do you? Then here's the other thing that a lot of ladies see. I'm laying out the reason why, because all the women know why it's fun to deal with a simp in the beginning. If he tricking on you or what have you, and he just jump. Yes, dear, whatever you say. Okay, and you be like, oh, I like this. I got a little train attack poodle. Let me tell you the other reason why being with a simp ain't fun. Let me talk to you. Sometimes, and I know I'm dashing hopes and dreams over here because some people like that, but you better start thinking about what happens if you somewhere, okay, and there's a bunch of other sisters out with their men and they not simps. You're going to be embarrassed to be with that simp. Because, a simp and real men don't operate the same way. That's going to be embarrassing. I'm trying to save you from this, okay? Heaven forbid if it comes to a situation where he got to defend you or something, man. You talking about somebody to take off running and leave? Yeah, Speedy Gonzalez. He'll take off. You won't even know which direction he ran in. It'll be a cloud of dust, okay? So hopefully, you know what I'm saying, you got a pair of tennis shoes, you take them heels off and ran right behind him. I hope you're pretty fast, okay? If not, simp ain't going to defend you, all right? So see, then the other thing about a simp, why a simp is dangerous. A simp is basically a sellout. Let me explain to you why. A simp will say and do anything to get appeasement from people, primarily women, but you better believe that that's a way of life for a simp, okay? Because that transcends just dealing with women. Most of these bootlicking Democrat shillbilly politicians, they're simps. And I'm talking about the black ones, white ones, whatever, they're simps, man. All that stuff that they going along with that they know is pure insanity, but they go along with it anyway, okay? So I just gave you a couple of reasons why you need to think about it if you thinking that you want to start dealing with simps, man. No, that's not good for you, okay? So we're going to get into what said old Panda Bear Dyson off here, because I got a lot to say about this. Let's get started.
I be feeling like the man when I walk through. Can't stand what you saying when I walk through. I got all these hoes staring when I walk through. I don't make you bad when I walk through. Watch this, hey, when I Had me a few bands on the road too. People don't know now, I don't talk to. Me and calling me the big hill close to. Sitting at the round table making boss moves. Had to roll through the Gucci.
Trump says he's not.
Y'all know I had to let her do his thing one more time, right? But we finna get into old Michael Eric Dyson here. This is what started out. Look, I know y'all like to see Pork Chop those prime real flex his dance moves on you. I know you like to see it, okay? But don't worry, I'm not gonna play anymore, ladies and gentlemen. We gonna get into handling this business over here tonight. Let's get started.
Ranting, but this press conference was a great example of a speech littered with all the things that he's been focused on for a long, long time. Is he capable, really, of staying completely on message here?
No, of course not. This was not a press conference, first of all. This was a campaign rally speech. He even had his supporters.
Man, look at this dude right here, boy. If this was ever a poster child for sass, you looking at him, man. Ladies, look, man, hey, I don't know what his orientation is, but if he's supposed to be straight, and he'll do until little Tinkerbell get here. But look at it, man. See, that's another thing about them guys in the Democrat Party. They have this air of sass about them to their appearance. They don't dress like masculine men. I don't think they know how. I mean, look at his eyebrows and stuff, man. And it's just there's an aura of sass just glowing off of his ass, man. And man, that's a very cute sister over there. I don't, whatever her name is, she's very cute. I like that sister, man. Full lips and everything. But see, he's on here basically. He finna get in his sass bag. Him and Michael Eric Dyson. Okay, now Michael Eric Dyson is married, and look, let me tell you something. There are some people that know him in certain circles. And man, look, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you didn't catch the broadcast that my good brother DeJuan B did with Dr. Randy Short, if it's still up, you need to go check that out. Because one thing about Dr. Short, when he says something, he ain't gonna miss no words. He ain't got no reason to lie either, okay? So just go over there and listen to what Dr. Short was saying on Brother DeJuan B channel. And I believe him too. I wouldn't put it past him. I believe everything that he said, okay? Because guys like this, man, I know clowns like Michael Eric Dyson, but y'all go over there and check that out. And I just saw this comment in the chat room. Let me check this out. My sister, the Zealous Approach with Zola she said, I saw my ex-friend from several years ago, pansexual simp, man. I couldn't believe it. And she couldn't look me in the eye. She was doing it for survival, but I'd rather die at that point. Yeah, man. See, this is other thing, too. I'm glad you brought that up, sister, before we get back to this. One of the things that a lot of sisters better start learning how to do, if you're going to deal with them guys that's over there all over the place with this different identifying and stuff, learn to finesse them out whatever you need with your talk game, man. You know what I'm saying? And don't do it in a way where you will be in danger, but make them want to do stuff for you or whatever without you having to do anything, all right? Because, yeah, I mean, I can imagine, man, she couldn't look you in the face, man. I hope everything cool with her because, you got these guys that's talking about they pan this and pan that and trisexual, bisexual, and all that. I'm like, all right. You playing with your health at that point. But anyway, I digress. Family, I'm going to let this play, and you're going to see what set off the firestorm with Michael Eric Dyson when he went into his poetry bag here. Because, see, he going to make me write a poem. Y'all know me, man. If you're ever on my Patreon, you saw that poem that I wrote about the Tether class, boy, y'all were cracking up about that. Yes, I actually am a talented poet. Okay, I'm not patting myself on the back, but y'all know. Listen, man, let me tell you something. What you're about to hear, I got to go here with it. I wish these bootlicking shillbillies that cape so hard for these damn Democrats or Republicans, I wish they would put this much fervor and effort into fighting for Black America. Can you imagine? Can you imagine where we would be if all the bootlicking shillbillies said, you know what? We're going to put this same energy into making sure that we get our reparations, that we got an anti-Black hate crime bill. Anytime something happened to a Black child, we front and center. Okay, anytime something happened to a sister like Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, hey, we the first ones on it. If they had that kind of energy for the community, I couldn't say nothing, but they don't, and they won't. Let's let this play, because I got a lot to analyze here.
there in Bedminster, and he fooled the press once again, by claiming he was going to have a press conference. He spoke for 45 minutes before he even allowed a question to be asked. And when he did, he was just filled with lies over again. He said this. He made this comment about, what is it, more than 100% of new jobs that are created.
I'll play it. I'll play it. So just so you don't have to paraphrase what it was. Listen.
Virtually 100% of the net job creation in the last year has gone to migrants. You know that? Most of the job creation has gone to migrants. In fact, I've heard that substantially more than beyond the number of 100%.
Beyond a number of 100%.
I guess I need my calculator so I can go shoplifting with Donald Trump, because clearly you can't have more than 100% of jobs going to migrants. You can't even have 100% of new jobs going to migrants. It's not only mathematically impossible, it's just plain stupid. And how does this guy get taken seriously? How is it that he is a presidential candidate for the highest office in our country when he can't even complete a press conference without spewing lies and misinformation?
Oh my God, I'm listening to this little sassy man here babble. But man, hold up. Ladies, y'all gonna throw a brick at me for this, but fellas, can we please give it up for this sister over here on the right? My God, she is big, biscuit thick. Oh my God, with her beautiful little chocolate self. Woo, man, you know what I'm saying? Look, I'm not turning to Umar, but man, I like that. Okay, I got to salute it, man. Ladies, y'all know me. Yeah, y'all know me. If you're beautiful, I'm going to compliment you, okay? Man, fellas, can we appreciate this for a minute? Hey, man, fellas, if she over there on Team Shield, we got to recruit her off of there, bro. One of us got to go and recruit her away from there. No, she can't stay over there. We need attractive, intelligent sisters like that off Team Shield, Billy. Fellas, we got work to do. Are you with me on that, okay? Can we please recruit all the fine sisters away from Team Shield, Billy? We can't leave them over there. My God, boy, look at this, man. You know, all right. We're going to focus. We must stay focused, brothers and sisters. Let's let it continue.
And obvious falsehoods.
Well, if you want to talk about misinformation, we can talk about Kamala Harris's Google ads, like literally taking headlines from mainstream media and rewriting them, which should be against Google ads policies. But what's stupid is allowing people, criminals, to go into stores in California and not.
Okay, so now just like I commented on how fine that sister was, man, and y'all know I'm not defending Kamami, but man, this Nancy Mace here, Lord, I see why they become Karens and Susans. She has a face like Skeletor, a pale bird, an albino version of Skeletor with a damn wig on. That's what she looked like. Just look, this woman is hideous, okay? Yeah, I'm going there. Look, man, a lot of other people, man, I don't got to talk about people. Yeah, we talk about them over here, goddammit. We gonna talk about it over here. Fuck all that politically correct bullshit. This one, look, fellas, if y'all had to go home to this, how many of y'all could say you would be happily married to this? Look, man, even if you a Buck of Beddington over here, I ain't gonna judge you, because it might be some of y'all got to have, the snow bunnies over here. Does this qualify? Because I'm just saying, man, you know me, I don't want none of them, but if you gonna pick one, this brick face Gila monster right here, come on, dog. Man, her chin look like you could start a fire up on that damn cinder block chin, man. All right. I'm gonna leave it alone, man. Let's continue, because we got to get on Dyson here. Damn.
Being able to arrest them unless it's $900 or $950 and more.
The problem is that's not actually what's true.
And you see
That's not
videos
actually
of
what the
people
law is.
going into stores in these blue cities and blue states, stealing merchandise and not being stopped. We've all seen these videos. But
Lord have mercy. Isn't that a vision of loveliness? Look, you know what? I wonder who the cameraman was on CNN that did this, because they're like, hey, if you had to choose left or right, which would you choose? This chocolate vision of loveliness over here versus this pale Skeletor face demon on the other side. I'm just saying, man. Okay. Wow, boy, that I might have to make a meme of this specific shot right here. I might have to do that, because boy, y'all know me, man. I get very creative with these memes. I think I'm gonna have to do that. Let it continue.
Should Donald Trump not be allowed to go into a store because he's a convicted criminal?
Well, I don't think anybody at this table should be surprised that Donald Trump stood up for 45 minutes, an hour or more, taking questions, giving a speech, because if you're holding your breath for an Oscar nod, that he did that, don't hold your breath, because no one's going to believe you. This is what he does. He stands, he gives speeches, he takes the questions, he gives the answers. And to date, more than 3 weeks in, Kamala Harris hasn't given a single interview. She hasn't come on your program. She's not answering questions.
It's
She's not
Kamala,
giving
first
speeches.
of all. It's not Kamala. It's Kamala. And she's not yet the candidate. She's only been in office, only been the candidate for 3.5 weeks.
She's been vice president for 3.5 years.
Yeah, and Trump went a whole
Oh boy, hey, look, when you see one of these little sassy dudes like little keep barking over here on the right, close them eyes, boy, it's on and popping. And Michael Larry Dyson, he like, oh no, I'm not gonna let y'all do me, buddy. He's finna tag team and get him some sass going on. But see, what she said is right with a little hard face ass. I got to give her credit. She hard to look at, but she telling the truth. When Kamami keep talking about on day one this, bitch, your day one was already in there when you came in there with Jim Crow Joe Biden, okay? It's the Biden-Harris administration. You ain't gonna just now get in if you happen to win, okay? You already been in there. And see, again, people don't like it when I say it. This is the reason why they're keeping Kamami away from doing any type of interviews. They know that this woman is a blithering idiot. What you're witnessing now with Kamami, they're trying to make history and see if they can idiot their way to the presidency. Because look, let me tell you something. I've said this before and I'm going to say it again. And I know W probably ain't going to like this if he happens to hear it. When you know that you've got a sitting potential presidential candidate dumber than W, now you are in trouble. I think W is the scale that they measure stupidity by. They're like, hey, whoa, you drop below W levels of stupidity. Oh, God, we got to come up with a plan. Okay, we just make sure you don't say anything, okay? So that's the strategy right now. I honestly do believe that George W. Bush is the barometer that they measure the intelligence by. Once we get to these W levels, oh no, what are we gonna do? So, that's the strategy. So little brick face ain't wrong about nothing she's saying. But see, the shillbillies, they don't give a damn about that. All they care about is, oh, you mispronounce your name. It's Kamala. Kamala, Carmilla. Hey, boy, black folks, but I done heard all types of pronunciation. Camilla Haller, Carmilla. I mean, I don't really give a damn how she pronounces it. What I do care about, I care about what you did to my people when you was in California, and I care about what you've done to this country since you've been in there with Jim Crow Joe Biden. I ain't letting her get a pass. Biden-Harris administration, because you didn't speak up to try to advise him to do different things. You were sitting right there on the gravy train with him. So I'm going to lay everything that happened in the administration on your doorstep as well. Just wait till I break down that Democratic National Convention. I ain't gonna go through the whole thing, but when that broadcast come up, boy, they ain't gonna like that one. I expect that one to be heavily censored, but it is what it is. We're gonna still have to go there. Getting back to this train wreck right here, though, watch where they're about to go. The pronunciation of somebody's name just make you get up and on. Because, see, I can't recall, and correct me in the chat if I'm wrong, I can't recall a time that Keith Boykin or Michael Eric Dyson got this upset about something that happened to black people. I can't recall any time during this administration they got upset about how black people came out there and voted for Joe Biden in the numbers that they did and yet have no tangible policies. And can anybody point me to clips of them getting upset about black America not getting tangibles the same way that they're obsessed about Kamami's name? Let's let it continue.
Season without even doing a debate.
And
so,
but you can't. Isn't stupid because the Republicans in this country voted for him, nominated him. She didn't earn a single vote in the Republican.
But it's a false equivalence between what Donald Trump is doing as an autocrat, as a fascist, as a dictatorially inclined man. The man's aspirations are huge. But the point is that Donald Trump has lied so repeatedly that we normalize his mendacity.
Let me interject and say something about this crap here, okay? Because I'm calling it crap. First and foremost, let's be clear. If you've been a subscriber to this channel from day one, I celebrate intellect and intelligence. I celebrate people being able to be articulate and eloquent with their speech. These are all things to be proud of. But there comes a time, and see, a lot of guys don't understand to balance this out. There comes a time when you call yourself trying to impress people with a bunch of fancy words and you're not saying a damn thing. You make yourself look like an idiot. No matter how many syllables to the words that you pronouncing, you make yourself look very stupid. Now, a lot of people are like, well, what do you mean? And see, a lot of the guys that like to talk like this, they don't understand what I'm about to say. Let me break it down in simple English that even a 5-year-old can understand. When you get to trying to talk like that and use a bunch of your words with long syllables and trying to impress everybody with, your semantic wordplay and all this other stuff, let me tell you something, man. Sometimes you can get to doing that, and y'all mark my words. If you never thought about this, I'm finna put something on your mind that a lot of people don't talk about. Because again, there's nothing wrong with being intelligent or articulate, okay? Sometimes you can get to doing that to the point that you go around in circles and you miss focusing on the main issue of address. Do you understand? How many of y'all in here have experienced that? How many of you know somebody, okay, in your personal lives that try to talk like that, and then you be like, hey, man, you dancing all around the main focus of the issue and you didn't get to that. Now, politicians do that all the time, so we expect that from them. But some of these people that try to impress you with the new words that they've learned, okay, over the course of their lifetime, hey, man, sometimes you lose focus on the real issue. Sometimes, look, let me tell you something else that I've seen, too, intelligent people do. Sometimes people will get in an intellectual dick swinging contest, and then they still, if you look at it, they basically start quibbling over pronunciation of words and definitions of things. All of these things are important, but if you get so far off in the weeds with that, that can actually be used against you. I've seen this done, okay? I've seen this done. That can be used against you if you stray away from the meat of whatever you're supposed to be addressing. You understand? And this is what Michael Eric Dyson is doing here. So I just wanted to go on the record and state that. But listen to him, boy. He finna try to get her told, boy, because he can't let Keith Boykin get all the sass. Let it continue.
His misogyny, his hatred for the ordinary citizen who happens to think logically about these issues. Now, he's got a whole bunch of stuff from the stores up there. He doesn't refer to it. His economic policies are vapid. They are empty. He has nothing to say to these people.
She has no policies on her website at all. She's got more pronouns.
Oh, boy, did you hear what little buddy said? And we still have yet to see it because many of us on Policy Watch, I have never seen this during any type of political campaign during my lifetime in the era of the internet. A political candidate has a website, and all you have is a donate button and no policies on there, no agenda for the people. Even if they're looking at like, well, she's the vice president, you know what she's doing. No, you should still line up which direction you planning to go in. But we already know it's the same one as Biden, if not worse. Okay? But look, buddy, he pointed out the elephant in the room. Why are there no policies still on this woman's website? Now, correct me if any of you have been there and recently and like, hey, brother, GBS, you tripping. She got the policies on there, the agenda. Let me know, because I'm going to check after this broadcast. I'm going to check. I didn't see any last time I checked, okay? If she got them on there now, that's a new development, because I hadn't seen any, okay? So notice that when somebody hit the shillbillies with facts, they start deflecting immediately, okay? It's pathetic, man. This is why I just couldn't be a shillbilly for either party there. And let's let it continue.
Donald Trump sits there and tells lie after lie, and he gets normalized by good people like y'all who don't call him out on his bull.
Kamala Harris has more pronouns on her website than she does policy. The only thing she has on there is donate. She's running a Seinfeld campaign.
No lie told. And look at Dyson. Oh, boy, look at Dyson. Boy, he is pissed. Hey, listen, man. You know what? If he was a cartoon, smoke would be coming out his nose right now, okay? Oh, boy, this little boule bastard is pissed off. I'm like, okay, well, see, let me go here with this. Michael Eric Dyson, why are you pissed off about a man that's telling the truth? Y'all act like people can't see that shit. See, this is the thing about Democrats. This is amazing. What they're pulling off is actually one of the most fantastic social experiments I've ever seen. Okay, social engineering. They're basically trying to bullshit you right in front of your face on a grand scale. And then when you point out, hey, the emperor has no clothes. What are you talking about? Don't you see that fabulous outfit? Like, no, the motherfucker is naked. Her website is naked of policies, okay? There are no policies on there. What you gonna get mad about the truth about? And see, this is why people can't respect that damn demonic Democrat Party, because not only will you push unaliving children and are trying to decrease our numbers in Black America, practice malevolent neglect towards us, not just benign. When people confront you about something, instead of acknowledging the truth and rebutting with actual facts, you get mad that somebody called your bitch asses out. Or I just could never be a part of that party. Let's let it continue.
The show is about nothing.
No,
But-
absolutely.
And she's winning, right?
here's the-
yeah.
She's not winning, actually.
She's aided and abetted by mainstream media. If you saw the headline by a neighboring network a couple weeks ago, when Donald Trump came out with his no taxes on tips policy, all of the headlines on mainstream media were derogatory. Kamala Harris comes out with her no taxes.
Kamala
Harris comes out with her policies on no taxes on tips, which is Donald Trump's policy, by the way. All of the headlines on mainstream media were positive and glorious and thoughtful.
I guess y'all understand.
She's telling the truth because we all saw her copy that. Let's be clear, whether you like the orange man or not, the Cheeto was talking about that first, okay? He was talking about those tips and everything first. And then she turned around and adopted the same thing. It's basically, let me copy you. Because she's an airhead. See, people that are intelligent don't have to copy other people. An innovative person gets ideas from their own mind. Okay, you might draw a little inspiration from somebody here or there, but whatever they finished product the way that you coming up with is going to be something totally unique. And an airhead like Kamari doesn't have a unique thought in her head. Let me tell you something, man. Why do y'all think she laugh all over the place all the time, huh? Y'all know I done went in on her about that. Just goofy as hell. She's a cartoon character straight out of a damn Disney cartoon. She is. I'm not just gonna do something that benefits Black people. No. That's just how she sounds, man. Goofy as all get out. But they want to put the goof troop as the president of the United States. Let's get back to it.
Stand up for him because he didn't say any of this today. Everything you're saying is nothing he's ever said.
One of the things that we learned about her policy that she's going to roll out is support for a ban on price gouging.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I think reasonable people would ask, what does that mean? What does that really mean? And how is the government going to be involved in it? Here's Noah Rothman in the National Review. He describes this policy as a rank pander to the economically illiterate. And despite the presence of many who fit that description in Congress, they understand that allowing the executive branch to functionally set prices is a brain-dead idea that would only hurt consumers in the long run. I mean, is this just a ploy? Because it sounds kind of like it.
Well, look, if you like it, it's called good policy. If you don't like it, you call it pandering.
But is it really policy? I mean, price gouging?
Look, if she could do that, Lord have mercy. I mean, she might need to be the Pope as opposed to the president, but she's
Man, boy, that sister hit them with it then. Because, I mean, she's doing her job. She's stating the facts. But see, man, I got to say this yet again. Look, fellas, we got to find out what CNN is paying her. We got to steal her from CNN. She can't stay over there. Sister. Look at that smile, y'all. Come on, man. No, she is too chocolate and intelligent, you know what I'm saying, and classy to stay over there. Oh, man. We're going to find out what the salary is. We're going to have to make her an offer, okay? Fellas, I'm going to have to holler at some of y'all, man. We're going to have to put a game plan together. She can't stay over there. But see, listen to this clown's response here, okay? He's about to get all animated and start going off and everything. And I'm like, no, the sister is bringing up actual facts. People in the Democrat and Republican Party are criticizing her so-called plan, okay? They're criticizing it, and that's the truth. So now, instead of addressing that, I want you to listen to what old Michael the Panda Bear Dyson is about to try here.
Able, at least, to set the tone. Here's what's important. First of all, in terms of Kamala not speaking about, Vice President Harris speaking about issues, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Everybody has said that what she is doing is genius in the sense she's out-Trumping Trump. So Trump is pissed.
Her campaign is being operated from a basement.
Well, hold on. Let me just finish. Trump is being undermined by Trumpian-like politics in the sense that what she's done is, I understand when I'm going to speak, I understand what I'm going to say. She's going to form her policies and she's going to articulate them. Now, whether we agree with them or not is another thing. The point is the strategy is not backfiring on her. Number two, in terms of polls.
Listen to this fool. See, let me tell y'all something, man. He doesn't understand because he's so detached from actual real Black America that there's no way she can make herself look good because she's a part of the administration that has wreaked economic havoc on this country. Okay? Y'all know what I told you Biden stands for. Beyond incompetent, destroying economics nationwide. Okay? Yeah, that's right. I gave him an acronym. Beyond incompetent, destroying economics nationwide. And Kamami is right there with him. The economy, if nothing else, and then let's not even go to the illegal alien invasion that they're sponsoring, because a lot of them are getting kickbacks. That's a whole nother broadcast for another day. I'm gonna have to jump back in that. I got some information to update you all on that. Just stay tuned. We'll get to it. Okay, it's gonna be coming up here on this channel. But see, this is what I goes back to about that simp being a sellout thing. He knows, as intelligent as this man is, he knows that there's no way that you could look at the situation that this country is in, that this economy is in, and sell this to somebody as if it's a good thing. You know why? Watch this, family. And I want to make this simple for the young ones that might be listening. This same bad deal that this administration is wreaking across the country, he knows he wouldn't accept that bad deal if somebody tried to deal with him personally, as far as any type of business deal. If they tried to sell him something, whether it be a car or a house. Right now, if you compare the state of the country to what I just said, he wouldn't go for that. He wouldn't be sitting up there making excuses for that. He'd be like, hey, this is a bad deal. Are you crazy? Okay? So see, a bootlicking sellout simp, like I said, you can't trust them across the board, all right? And see, fortunately, those of us across Gen X, millennials and Gen Z, the men, we have drawn a line in the sand. Damn it, we are going to hold the line on masculinity. These bastards here that like to pontificate and string 20-syllable words together, and they keep putting the sassy sauce boys up there in front of the Democratic Party as if they're supposed to be the leadership of black men or the face of black men. We holding the line against that. You might be the loudest voice because you have that media behind you, but offline, out here in these streets, oh, you're not going to be the loudest voice out here. We're not going to let that float. Oh, no, that is not going to happen, okay? So I'm just saying, man, salute to you if you in that either those generations I just mentioned and you actually determined to hold the line. If you understand that there are only two genders, if you are the type of man that you ain't never thought about putting on no damn dress, okay, or no lipstick, or trying to steal your wife's or your significant other's eyeshadow and panties and stuff like that, hey, man, salute to you. We got our work cut out for us, but we can win this fight, okay? All we have to do is stand up and say no, okay? I'm not accepting the BS, and I hope none of you are either, okay? But see, let's get back to the panda bear, because like I said, man, he knows that there's no way to make this woman look good, because if there was something in his personal life and it was this messed up, he wouldn't be accepting it either. Let's get back to it.
Polls are a statistical dead heat. You say that means that she's losing. I'm saying for Donald Trump to have already been president once and coming back with the same reruns, Donald Trump is in a very vulnerable
talk
position.
Talk about rerun. Kamala's.
Oh, you had it right. You almost got it.
I will say Kamala's name any way that I want to.
No, but you mispronounced.
Oh, boy, little strong-faced Becky got him told then, didn't she? I will pronounce Kamala's name any way I want to. Wow. See, let me tell you something, Michael and Eric, what's his name? Keith Boykin. Michael, Eric Dyson, and Keith Boykin, you got to understand something. Just because they let you on CNN to run your mouth, you better understand that that's a white woman, boy. You don't have no power over that white woman. She'll call Kamami whatever she wants to call her, right in your face. And she's letting you know that. And Keith, no matter how sassy you think you are, if in your head you think that you're a white woman, she's the real deal, buddy. You'll never be her, okay? That's why Becky's getting all disrespectful with him up here, okay? Nancy Mace, that's her name. And she's white. And you little boule flunkies are going to learn your places. She's getting them straight right now. Now, they're about to have a meltdown because she's not done with them yet by side, and they're really about to lose it. Let's get back to it.
You also misjudged her.
I just did, and I'll do it again.
Mispronouncing her name.
That's a refusal to acknowledge her humanity.
If I purposely mispronounced your name, that would not be appropriate.
Policies are Joe Biden's policies. She owns
it. You're normalizing that kind of viciousness, man.
33 times.
She was the deciding
She was the vice on Joe Biden's bills. She was 33 times the deciding vote on Joe Biden's bills in the Senate.
Let me just say this, because this Congresswoman is a wonderful human being. But when you disrespect.
See, now this is where I keep telling you. I told you, man, when I get on something, man, you know me, I prove exactly what I'm saying. This is a simp because, okay, if you're going to take a stand against something, and ladies, pay attention, this is a telltale sign of a damn simp, like Michael Eric Dyson. If you're going to take a stand against something, you don't turn around, this congresswoman is a wonderful human being. Which one is it, motherfucker? Huh? Are you offended at her or are you not? Then again, you sitting here going back and forth with a woman. See, this is how you know he don't have no trace of an alpha male enemy. He damn sure not a sigma. Because see, let me explain something. An alpha would have probably said one or two things, you know what I'm saying, about that and then moved on, like, hey, let's just move on. We got other things to discuss. And a sigma, we would have been like, hey, I'm not finna go back and forth with you about nothing. See, that's the difference, because I broke that down on my Patreon. An alpha, to a certain extent, will kind of say a little something here or there just to let you know, hey, this is a line you don't cross. A sigma is going to stay focused on the issues, okay? We can see how we would have handled that. Those of us who are sigma males, we'd be like, okay, you want to get fly by her name if I was offended at that, which I wouldn't be, but damn Democrats, no way. But if I was and I was over there, okay, I would have said, okay, I would have started digging up some certain types of policy issues that, you know, I would be concerned about Trump, legitimate stuff, not his personal life. I would start talking about the things that J.D. Vance has been saying. See, you got to understand how to pivot on an intellectual way, okay? Not going back and forth tit for tat. See, this is a spineless worm right here. If you're going to take a damn stand, take one. This congresswoman is a wonderful human being. Really? See, he be thinking, see, look, let me tell y'all something, man. Am I saying he's supposed to start cursing her out and bite her head off? No, I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, man, understand the optics of that. If you got a son and he's watching you, first you're going back and forth with a woman. Then on top of that, you double talking. And now you backpedaling, trying to do that little simp talk where you pad her ego. Boy, you understand that's a white woman you sitting across from. A white woman that has no respect for Kamala, Camilla, whatever the fuck you want to call her. Need I remind everybody in here, I'm going to say it again. I'm probably one of the only people that I've heard say it this way. White women en masse, Democrat and Republican, are pissed off that Kamala Harris got to the vice president's office before any one of them. Let me talk to y'all about that for a minute. Because see, Michael Eric Dyson don't understand what I'm saying here, okay? And the average bootlicking shillbilly don't understand. Don't you understand that white women keep score in white supremacy? All the work that these Karens and Susans done put in, and you gonna sit there and let, in their eyes, a half-breed, and then she got a Jewish husband? You gonna sit there and let her get to the vice president office before them? Do you not understand that white women were like, hey, I know one of us is going to get there one day. I know one of us is going to get there. We deserve it. I mean, after all, we're the mothers of white supremacists. Surely they'll put us there before them. And then, lo and behold, Jim Crow Joe Biden, weak ass, go and give her that vice president slot because he was too afraid to keep debating her because the way she was coming at him about the segregation issues and all the other stuff. And then his allegations, notice how those allegations went away about him touching on women and stuff. All that went away as soon as he gave out the flat back of the vice president spot. Don't you know these white women are furious? And mark my words, I'm telling y'all, man, they, even in the Democrat Party, all of them that's sitting up there clapping and all of that, y'all better understand how two-faced the alabastrous is, okay? That's right, I said alabastrous. I've been saying it for years. I'm not going to stop saying it. You better understand that they'll sit up there and do all that fanfare and clapping, and they will silently go over there and pull that lever for the orange man. They're not finna sit here and aid her into beating them to somewhere where they feel they belong. Mark my words, a lot of people talking about, well, she might get in there. Okay, you just watch. It's going to be a lot of people eating crow come November. Mark my words, because they can't use the same chicanery that they use in the 2020 election. That's just not going to happen. Okay? There's no way they can pull that off twice. Mark my words, the white women, they're going to come out and they're going to show white men that, like, hey, you going to play with us like this in front of our faces? Okay, we got something for you. Just let it continue.
Kamala Harris by saying you will call her whatever you want. I know you don't intend it to be that way. That's the history and legacy of white disregard for the humanity of black people.
Oh, so now you're calling me racist.
I didn't say. I just said you weren't a racist.
Tactical gaslighting. This is what she did. See, Michael Eric Dyson, for all his book knowledge and everything, his book smarts, he doesn't understand white supremacy at all. And that's the other issue that I have with Cornel West, my white brothers and sisters. You don't have no white brothers and sisters. I'm not talking about the few in the minority that are actually good white folks, okay? That's in the minority. That's not the majority. If I was wrong about that, this country wouldn't be treating black Americans the way it's treating us today. Now, the tactical gaslighting that she just pulled here with him, she basically put words in his mouth that he didn't say. I'm saying you're calling me a racist. See, you got to understand that a Karen, they've been trained to do this from the time they was little girls, man. He stands no chance because, like Neely Fuller Jr. says, if you don't understand racism and white supremacy, everything else will confuse you. She immediately went to the tactical gaslighting and said, oh, so now you're calling me a racist because this is victim mode time. And we all know that white women, if they start playing the victim, and boy, the ultimate weapon, if them tears start flowing, he don't understand. All she had to do was start crying. Man, it would probably be the Caucasian Nazi Network. That's what CNN stand for. Man, they probably got Klansmen here and some little secret panels or something. They were like, all right, boy, you made one of these white women cry. Bring that rope, Junior. He done forgot his place. Now listen, boy, don't you know we got Klan security up here? You sit up here and make one of these women cry. Let me show you what you used to do, you little darkest boy. Give my rope, Jim Bob. Bring him up. That little suit and tie don't mean nothing, boy. Them little fancy words can't save you now. That's right. You didn't know. CNN stands for Caucasian Nazi Network. That's right. He don't understand what he's dealing with. Let's let it continue.
That is complete.
No, you don't have to intend racism to accomplish
you are intending that
your
I'm
disrespect
racist,
of Kamala
and
Harris
that is
part and parcel of a
Why can't you just
disrespect.
Why can't you just, Congresswoman?
And it's,
why can't you just?
Offensive.
I'm not calling you a racist. I'm telling you what the practice is.
You are. You absolutely are.
Let me get
disrespecting. No, what's disgusting is your disrespect of her.
Professor,
this gentleman said, I didn't know her name. He's trying to do it.
Is her disrespect of women. She doesn't know.
You know what I really didn't appreciate about this? Look how they just talking over this sister on her own show. You know what I'm saying? That's so damn disrespectful. I mean, if you and all this pandering, we finna get into, we finna get into the pandering that he played after this. But all this pandering he doing, and then you sitting up here, at least have the decorum to act like you got some sense on the sister show. But and see, we ain't gonna go there by keep barking. He's competing with black women, so. You know what I'm saying? We don't expect him to have any type of decorum. But the only straight man up there, Michael Eric Dyson, man, no, you just gonna keep. See, Bookworm, Dyson, and the rest of them like him, you got to understand how to actually do more than just use 20-syllable words. The gift of gab, the art of actual strategic communication, you got to learn how to use verbal swordplay to turn things back around on people in situations like this. See, somebody like me, if I did choose to engage her, let me tell you how you deal with a Karen, okay? And I want young black men to understand this. Because, first of all, I'm not really inclined to be going back and forth with a woman, but there's a way that you engage them where it's like you talking at them and not to them. And then you have to go ahead and talk to them in a condescending manner. Use short sentences, you know what I'm saying, to the point. You know what I'm saying? You have to be ice cold with them. When you do that, and then don't even look at them while you talking at them, boy, they lose it. They can't stand that. I'm telling you what I know, not what I think, okay? He doesn't have the presence of mind to do that because he doesn't realize with his little Humpty Dumpty looking ass, you've been brought down to the level of a woman. When you start going tit for tat back and forth with her in a serious manner, and you're not being facetious, joking, or condescending if she's being disrespectful, you're not going to win that fight. That's her arena. You're done. The minute that you start, most smart men understand this, and this little simp beta male bastard doesn't get that. And it's embarrassing. Boy, it's embarrassing. Let's let it continue.
What a woman is, and if 25 years ago,
white women don't have the ability to tell black women who paid the price of blood to make this country what it is to tell them they're not real women.
25 years.
See, Michael Eric Dyson, what you don't understand, I get why you said that, but that line would have sounded better coming from an actual black woman that was up there. And the sister that's up there noticed she ain't doing all that, command me defending. So it might be some hope for this sister yet. And look, let me tell you something. I saw one of the sisters said earlier, hopefully Zaddy hadn't got to it. Let me tell you, Zaddy gonna have to turn that loose. Nah, Zaddy, you can't have her. No. We got plans for that chocolate, okay? That could be weaponized, all right? She's intelligent. We could use that on the team. So hopefully, look, Zaddy, we just have to, we'll have to persuade Zaddy, to change his mind if she does have Zaddy. I don't think Zaddy could pull something like that, though. I really don't. I would be pissed off if I found out she had a Zaddy. I'd like, hey, hold up. I'll be outside seeing it with a protest sign. Hey, turn that damn Zaddy loose. What you doing, okay? But anyway, like I said, Dyson doesn't realize that he's out of his depth here. He's out of his depth. He's clueless. And then, let me tell you, y'all want to know what the biggest mistake that he made in this discussion here, in this verbal exchange? The way he's going about it, but then when you start trying to kiss her ass, see what he was thinking? This is a fine congresswoman here. This is a beautiful congresswoman here. You thought that was going to work, like you disarmed some black women with that. That doesn't resonate with her the same way. Number one, she doesn't see you even as any type of man that's on her level. You're not a white man. So you don't have the verbal tonality to disengage her that way. That would have to come from a white man. So that wasn't going to work. He was thinking he was going to butter her up and she was going to calm down and stop talking to him like that. No, little goofy, you out your pay grade. Let's let it continue.
Care for your baby.
25 years ago, I became the first woman to graduate from the Citadel, the Military College of South Carolina. I fought my way through it.
So pronounce her name right.
Sweat, and tears.
So pronounce her name right.
Kamala Harris, if
Kamala,
I were a man,
you said
I
we
will
don't call you
say
Nancy
anything that I
Nancy.
want.
It's Kamala. You're doing this on purpose, Congresswoman.
Then little old sassy Keith barking up here, man, looking like the little Planters peanut man in the suit. You're doing this on purpose, Nancy. You're doing this on purpose. And then Michael Eric Dyson repeating himself over and over. He sound damn near like a hood rat. Look, like we was talking about the hood rats earlier, boy, they're going to be after me, y'all. I'm going to have to deploy my hood rat defenses. But hood rats, I got to talk about your ways for a minute because Michael Eric Dyson is trying to get inducted into y'all sorority there, okay? Yes, the hood rats have a sorority, okay? I mean, look, let me tell you something. You know how the hood rats, they start clapping their hands and repeating stuff? This ain't her name right. 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 That's how he sound. I'm like, Michael Eric Dyson, come on, man. Do you not hear yourself? Do you look? See, I have to keep in mind that he's not like those of us who would be alphas or sigmas, because when we speak, okay, especially in public or in a public discourse like this where we're talking, we have an inner spirit of masculinity that grabs us like, hey, whoa, don't do that. Don't say that way. Let that slide. Check that. He doesn't have that. It's a failsafe that's within us. And you can't learn it. It has to be there. It has to be cultivated from the time that you're a young man with the help of a father that fits the description of the type of man that I'm talking about from a traditional sense. And, I don't know what type of father you had, but man, boy, somebody dropped the ball with this. This ain't her name right. This ain't her name right. I'm like, man, leave the sass to Keith. He got that, okay? He's the sassy black man he's supposed to be. Hey, you gonna mess around and have beef with Keith, he gonna, hey, look, y'all, check this out. I could imagine after this, he probably pulled him to the side like, look here, Eric. Let me talk to you for a minute, child. Now, when we go on these shows together, don't be cutting into my lane of sass now. And that I'm the fairy dust one up here, okay? I'm the Tinkerbell. Stay out of my don't make me pull off this heel and smack you, buddy. Okay? Now, the next time that I have to address you with this, I'm going to pull off my glittery lace glove and slap you across your face. I'm just saying, he better watch it, bro. He gonna piss Keith off. Hey, boy, once they work that hard to become a kaleidoscope community shield building for the Democrat Party, they will fight tooth and nail to keep that spot. You can't have his spot, Michael Eric Dyson, okay? Leave the sass to Keith, all right? I'm just saying, man, he better start thinking about these things. And my God, who is this little plain Jane run down heifer right here next to Keith Boykin? What is this? I mean, look, I get it that they white women, but damn, they could have did something with her hair and that attire. Jesus Christ. Anyway, let's let it continue.
Respectful.
You can't expect people to
If
respect
a
your
man put
service
on
if
a
you don't
skirt
respect
and walked
hers.
that stage 25 years ago, she
You're a
would have
white
said
woman
it. She would have
disrespecting a
taken
black
that
woman. That is
achievement away from
problematic.
women.
That's
That's disgusting.
Yeah, so that's what got him all set up there and all riled up and made him pull out his poetry pen that we're about to examine next. This is what you want us to defend, Playboy? Huh? See, let me tell you where I stand on this. And this is gonna shock some people because see, you know I call it straight down the middle over here. I'm gonna make some people mad, but it is what it is. This is her protector right here. Tavan the Crime Man Jones, Michael Eric Dyson, Keith Boykin, all the rest of you Democrat shillbillies. Doug Funny, okay, little Doug, Imhoff, Mr. Imhoff, that's her protector, right? The same man she got her lips wrapped around. Who you lay up with is responsible for protecting you. Now, this is the part that's gonna shock some people. Not only am I saying this about Kamari because she got Zaddy there, I don't expect sisters to cut for no Negro that's laying up with Becky either. Oh, yes, I said it. You damn right I did. Nope. I'm not going to sit up here and tell sister the cape for Daniel Cameron or anybody like that. You know what I'm saying? Or Tim Scott. And you know what I'm saying? They slitting our throat and then I'm like, well, he a black man. No, man. No. Look who you laying up with. See, a lot of people try to play that little game where like, they'll call it out if it's one of these bad wenches up here. But then when it's a bad buck, they ignore that. No, not me. I don't play that over here. I refuse to sit up here and criticize Kamami the way I criticize her or anybody that's with Zaddy, especially since you're in a political position, and then turn around and tell the sisters, hey, man, well, you know, hey, he is a brother. No, you stay where you lay at. That's where I'm at with it for both genders, okay? So as far as I'm concerned, you can clip that, cut it, take it to the bank. I don't care. If you don't like it, it is what it is. That's my stance on that permanently. This is her protector right here, okay? When you go over there with Zaddy, he protects you. When you go over there with Becky, she protects you, okay? Now, if you say, well, it don't work like that, well, you should have thought about that before you hopped your ass over there. Because, see, we're at a critical hour in our history right now. And listen, look, no disrespect to anybody that's in those situations. All I'm saying is you better know what you're dealing with because, see, let's be clear about the term bed buck and bed wench. Does it make you one just because you're over there with them? No. You have to start talking like Candace Owens or doing things like Daniel Cameron and Tim Scott, undermining our community. Now you transition to bed buck and bed wench. Now, grown people going to do what they want to do as far as who they choose to be with in their personal life. Can't stop that. All I'm saying is if you turn your venom towards our people and you laying up with them folks, you ain't no brother or sister mine, okay? I can give you a slight pass if you just, hey, that's who you with, you fell in love with, regardless of whether I agree with it or not. That's not my place. Tell you what to do, but you just better not come out your mouth sideways at our people. Once you do that, I don't know you, okay? I can be cordial with you if you in an interracial marriage or relationship. Hey, I get it. But if I hear you start talking crazy because you're trying to impress them folks, oh, no, you are not family anymore. You have been excommunicated. You won't see me cutting for you, okay? And this heifer has slit Black America's throat in California and sitting up here for these 4 years in office with this economic devastation. And then still trying to pile more illegal aliens on top of it. So that's my stance on that. But see, Michael Eric Dyson, bro, we got to get back on you, buddy. We finna analyze this goofy poetry he went into over here. We're going to go ahead and get started with that, family.
So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit Black people. No. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit Black people. No.
That's who he want us to cut for, y'all. Just had to remind y'all, yeah, you know we're going to play that until it run into the ground. We're not going to let people forget this. Okay, well, cool. I can't do nothing as far as the interest of protecting you in no kind of way either then.
It has come to our attention that you are, in fact, a simp. I've run out of options here. I'm going to have to exclude you from the boys. Pack your bags. Leave.
Just a love note for Black women this morning. For little girls, for aunties, for grandmothers, for wives, for partners, for lovers, for teachers, ditch diggers, engineers, around the way girls to presidential candidates?
Now, let's get started on him. Oh, yes, I had to put the white man simp clip in there because it fits him so apropos here. But see, let me get on this dude, man. First and foremost, y'all that been rocking with me, and if you're new on this channel, this is an agenda banging channel. I love my sisters in here. Man, look, some of these sisters have met me offline, okay, and online. Some of these sisters have worked with me to get a lot of things done in the community, okay. They'll tell you straight up. I love them up and down, man. Love them to life, okay? I crack jokes with them. I roast them. I get on some of y'all nerves. Y'all know who you are. I get on your nerves because, you know, hey, look, I have to keep you on your toes every now and again. I have to aggravate you, okay? Crack a little joke here and there, and I can tell you whatever jokes that I crack, all right? But I'm a man that has women in my family that I stand up for and protect. So all these different women that he's naming, I don't have an issue or problem with standing up for women when it's something they need to be stood up for. And that includes protection of women, doesn't include just kissing their ass. That means telling them when they're wrong, too. It's twofold. It's not just one-sided. There's a balance to that. Because if you're not doing the other half of that, telling them when they're wrong, you're not fulfilling your natural role as a protector and a provider, okay? It's equal parts of both. Now, I don't know what woman ditch diggers he knows. I'm not saying there's not any out there, but that number is so small that you couldn't even compute that or calculate it. Because there ain't no women signing up that, hey, let me go and dig a ditch. Man, please. Man, if you did find a woman out there digging ditches, boy, you wouldn't be able to tell this a woman. She's probably a swole, burly some mother. And salute to them, okay? If there's something out there, because look, I'm like this. If a woman can do a job, the same job that a man can do, pay her the same rate as the men, okay? That's what I believe in. If she can do it, hey, man, you deserve to get paid when we get paid, all right? So I'm not some person that has an issue with women. I do have an issue with the damn pandering he's about to do. I'm going to let him continue babbling, and then we're going to break his ass down from the A road to the zero.
We black men who have too often failed you, who have too often not said the right thing at the right time, who have been vulnerable to the claim that we have forgotten what you have done for us.
See, this is what I and others have a problem with. When these simps, because I'm going to call the boy what he is. Yes, I said boy for a reason. And transitioned it to manhood if you're a damn simp. Just because you are the type of individual that don't stand up for the women that you know, because that's projection. This we talk, don't put that on us. You have to understand that just like when you was in high school and college, there's a difference between us, the men, and you, the males. We're not the same. We never have been. Nothing has changed just because you got gray on your beard. So when you start this weed talk, I know a lot of sisters be like, well, if it don't apply, let it fly. No, because there's too much of that going on. There's too much of that going on. And see, as men, as foundational Black American freedmen men or none LBA men that's on code, okay? If we don't stand up and be like, hey, whoa, don't put this weed stuff on us. The brothers that actually take care of business around our communities and our families every day, don't we us, okay? I'm going to tell you right now, there's not a woman in my family that I play the radio about. You know what I'm saying? If you call yourself trying to get out of line or what have you, okay, all right. See, let me say something about myself too regarding that. And this applies to any female acquaintances I have, any significant others, whatever the case may be. Let me tell you something. I'm the guy that people be like, before you call him, are you sure? Are you sure? Like, I'm the nuclear option. I'm like, all right. Because when I show up now, probably ain't going to be too much words being said if the wrong thing is going on, all right? I'm that guy. They be like, hey, don't tell him about that. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Because he ain't coming over here to play with nobody, all right? Now, you, Michael Eric Dyson, let me ask the chat room. What I just said, because there's people that know me that yeah, that's him. Does that description that I said for myself, do any of you think that applies to Michael Eric Dyson? Does anybody think that he's the guy in the family where they be like, hey, man, you sure you want him involved in that? Because now you know, if he come over here, it's going to be regulation time, okay? Does anybody in here believe that, man or woman? Anybody believe it? Because I already know what the fellas think. Ladies, do you believe that he's that guy? Do you think that if he was in your family, that would be the guy that you call him like, okay, I need some straightening. This got to be handled. Let me call him. Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, man. If this some of y'all, boy, if this all you got, ooh, God, I'm gonna pray for you. You need help. That's dangerous, man. Do you understand me? See, let me talk to you, right? Let me talk to you. Because, see, I understand how these types of bastards come into existence. Now, again, I'm not knocking a man's intelligence, okay? I'm all for intelligence. Y'all know if you've been over this platform, this is a classroom. I'm always putting you up on different books to read. I'm always putting you up on our grandmaster teachers, men and women, okay, whether they're FBA or non-FBA, okay? So I value scholarship and intelligence. But see, where it comes to men at, those of us that are out as boys that have to grow up to be men, to be protectors and providers for our own families, let me tell you something, man. Coming up, those of us that have fathers that were about something, hey, man, if you fell down as a little boy, and, you know, I remember them early years, you fall down, you get scraped up, and you crying, like, hey, boy, get up, you good? You all right? Hey, brush him off, clean him up, get back out there and keep playing. Huh? Then, as you transition and start to get older, you're coming into your preteen years and everything. Hey, boy, come on over here and put this wrench in your hand. Let me show you how to work on this car. Let me show you how to fix this sink over here if something is broken. Hey, come over here and get this hammer over here. We finna build something today, okay? There are some of us that have fathers that actually trained us in manhood to the point where, like, yeah, we're gonna get these hands dirty. We're gonna develop some calluses, okay? There was a toughness that was being built. Okay, but it takes a man to instruct you into that because that's a survival skill, not just for you, but for the family that if you go on to have one day. And even if you're the type of person to say, hey, marriage ain't for me, I don't want a family. If you're a heterosexual man, you're going to want some female companionship. So when you raise a boy, like I just talked about there, the right way, whoever daughter that you end up with, her father can rest assured that, like, okay, my daughter's going to be protected if he's with her, okay? If she's with him, he gonna be protected. Because see, that's one of my rules right there. When it comes to my female acquaintances, I tell them like this. I be like, one thing I get straight from off the rip. If we gonna go anywhere, I make sure you understand that while you with me, you under my protection, and it's my responsibility to get you back where I brought you or picked you up from safely, just like you came with me, okay? Because I understand you got family that love and care about you, okay? They gonna want to make sure that you return to them in good health. And that's another reason why I don't believe in put my hands on women and all that bullshit. Unless they got some type of knife or weapon or tactile weapon or something. I'm like this. You send that person back to their family the same way they came to you, even if you can't get along, okay? So I'm just saying these are some of the core tenets of manhood, which is why, you know, a lot of people be like, man, y'all be getting on the single mothers, this, that, the third. We be trying to stress that, hey, without that father there or a father figure of some type, little boys are going to be missing that manhood training that I just explained, okay? Because, see, what happens is if they miss it during childhood, they have to play catch up as young teenagers or young adults and try to find other brothers to get around and try to learn that. Now, they can do it, but it's kind of like getting a late start. You see what I'm saying? And see what I'm talking about, I'm not just talking about physical aspects. I'm talking about the mental acumen that you have to have just to exist as a black man in America every day. That goes down to making business decisions, okay? That goes down to everything across the board, all right? Y'all got to understand. So this is why we try to say, hey, look, we get it. Everything's not perfect, but try to get with people that are interested in forming families. And I get it. A lot of crazy shit going on in America right now. I can't act like I don't see what's going on, but if you vet the right person and you get with the right person, man, hey, just make sure that you try to have the same family values. That's what you got to start them conversations off with today, okay? Before you get seriously involved with somebody, you got to make sure that they have the same family values that you have and explain what your position is as a man. So that way, you're not in a situation where you get with somebody, everything's a honeymoon phase, then the first breakup or argument y'all have, y'all at each other's throats. You want to try to find that person where you be like, hey, look, as long as you didn't put your hands on me or we ain't putting our hands on each other, hey, I'm going to be mad, you'll be mad for a minute, but once we get these kids here, we're going to work this out now, okay? That's the way we got to have it, man. We can't be having all these broken homes because you might go on to produce a Michael Eric Dyson. They might win all kinds of accolades and awards and, you know, be well-spoken and articulate, but what ends up happening is this. You raise somebody that's without that proper traditional masculinity. And that can be dangerous. It can be detrimental. It can be something that's an embarrassment to a family. I got to go here, okay? So I'm just letting you know where I'm coming from. I'm going to let him continue his babbling. I'm going to continue breaking it down.
Magnificence of your service to our people, the beauty and power of your spirit at times when we flagged. We remember all the remarkable things you have done and beg your forgiveness for us not standing up for you when times were tough or when no one else was in the room to defend you.
See, let me tell you what most Black American men found disrespectful about this. Because, see, when these goofies like him, and I got to put Umar in there too, he do that too. And Umar know what he be doing, okay? He know what he be doing. Now the goofies like Derrick Jackson, I have no respect for him. I have somewhat of a measure of respect for Umar because I get why he does that. I'm not condoning it. But see, guys like Michael Eric Dyson here, this is why we take offense to that. They don't even stop to think that in America, in a system of white supremacy, a demonic system of white supremacy that targets Black man and Black woman and child alike, okay? If it wasn't for brothers that actually did all the things that he's talking about, our women and children wouldn't exist. See, sometimes you have to actually go here and say this to these idiots like him and say, hey, brother, listen, all this weed talk you talking about, have you stopped to think what would happen? And I want y'all to listen to this because, see, this is something we have to stop and pause people today in this system that's designed to just disrespect men across the board. But I'm talking about Black men. Have you ever stopped to think about what would happen one day if you woke up and it wasn't no men, no Black men at all, not even the sassy ones, none, zero. It's just the women and children. Does anybody in my chat room think that white supremacy would be like, hey, man, we finally got rid of them Black men. We just going to leave the Black women and children alone? Does that even sound realistic? Or does this sound more like what would happen? Okay, whether the men just up and left or we killed them all, now we can go ahead and put a button on this Negro problem, the final solution. They don't have any men to protect them. I'm not saying our women wouldn't fight back, but you would be at a disadvantage because Becky and Brad is going to be targeting you along with all these anti-Black adjacent folks, okay? Now, which sounds more likely? They would just leave you alone because all Black men are gone? Or would they say, yep, let's go ahead and get rid of this Negro problem? Yeah, we've been to go ahead and finish it up now. You done. There's not a nation on this planet, not a nation on this planet where there's only women with no men for protection. You better stop and look at history and see what happened when across this damn world that we live in here, what happened when all the men were either infirmed or killed off, the women fell victim to whatever marauding force of men was coming in. That has not changed. So when Michael Eric Dyson started talking this stupidity, you have to stop and think like, hey, man, all this we talking about, we not defending the women, all that. If we wasn't doing that in majority numbers, yes, I said majority numbers, you wouldn't be here. Think about it. See, you have to actually put this in people's faces when they start talking crazy like this. Imagine what would happen in that type of society right now if men just didn't protect women at all. Then why is it that Black women can walk pretty much wherever they want to go, and you don't have a horde of white guys just chasing? There's one of them, get that little negress, huh? What I'm saying probably sounds extreme or facetious, but you have to put it in these terms. They know not to do that shit because they know some brother somewhere is going to be on your ass. Okay? So all this nonsense that he talking here, man, no, we get highly offended when we hear that bullshit. Say you don't protect them or are incapable of protecting them. Don't put up the rest of us that actually do that on a daily basis in that bullshit you talking. Let's let them continue.
Assert the legitimacy and validity of your personhood. Please forgive us. But no more will that occur. And so the other night, Keith Boykin and I were on CNN trying to be respectful to the Congresswoman who insisted upon mispronouncing Kamala Harris.
You sound like a whole clown, Michael Eric Dyson. You sit here and you act like you had such an issue with her mispronouncing Kamala, whatever you want to call his name. But you sit there and you started trying to butter her up, and that didn't look like a defensive position that you were taking. You cowered down. This fine congresswoman, this wonderful human being of a congresswoman, you idiot. You can't tell when somebody's insulting you to your damn face. And again, I'm not saying you had to curse out or anything, but you could have taken a more curt tone towards her. You know what I'm saying? I mean, man, boy. So basically what this is, in case anybody hadn't figured this out, this is a guilty conscience, because he probably thought about that foolishness that he tried to pull. Like he talked to black women, and that works on black women because you're of our people, even though you're an embarrassment. That works on our sisters, but it doesn't work on a white woman. They don't have the same spirit of kinship towards you that you have with black women. You're not a part of them, okay? I don't care what you tell yourself, how many rooms you done been in, real elbows with your white buddies and all that. You're not one of them. They don't respect you at all. At best, see, this is what the boule really don't understand. They don't like it when you tell them this. But I want y'all to prove me wrong on this. At best, all the boule flunkies that's up there, the Democrat shield builders and the rest of them, even the ones in Congress, they look at you as a joke. They look at you as like, oh, look at the cute little Negro trying to do like the white folks do. They look at you the same way that they used to look at some of our ancestors during slavery. That would sit there and try to mock white folks and what have you, okay? Now, we all know where the cakewalk dance came from, and we know what that was about and everything. But see what I'm saying? Like, I bring that up because the white people today that are their descendants of these slave masters, they look at you the same way. They're like, oh, isn't that cute? Look at him. Case in point, why do you think that when there's a black police officer trying to tell a white person what to do, they immediately book authority? Okay? They are in a supervisor position on the job. They don't respect you the same way they respect their own people. They just don't. You have to know that, okay? Very few places will they actually have to do it. For example, the military would be one of them. Now, some of them will try that foolishness, but depending on the situation, hey, that gets ironed out very fast. Anybody that's ex-military, retired veteran in here, you know what I'm talking about. Especially in certain situations, they'll be like, all right, you better leave that bullshit back where you came from. Because everybody's lives on the line when it comes to that. I'm not saying it's not in there. It definitely is in all branches of the military. You run into that defiant, anti-black attitude, but at the same time, there's a limit to how far it's going to be able to go in specific situations, especially you on deployment somewhere, okay? But see, this guy sitting up here, this is a guilty conscience because he knows he look like a damn fool sitting up there trying to pander to that white woman, and then she doubled down on the disrespect. See, that's one thing you don't do with Becky. You don't try to pander to her or bow down because their own men don't do that. They know that once you do that, see, you got to understand something. Let me talk about the Alabasters for what it is. And yes, I said what. They are the most vicious, vindictive, evil, demonic things on this planet. It's just like if you running from a dog or something and you show fear, they're going to chase you, bruh. When you start calling yourself trying to appease them Alabasters, man, they really going to triple down on it then. They do it with their own men. What make you think they're not going to do it with you? Boy, he just don't understand. Let's let him continue.
Do you call Melania? Do you call Ivanka? Then call Kamala. Then call Vice President Kamala Harris. And soon, we pray and hope and work that you will call her President Kamala Harris. So this is a note to put on notice anybody who would come for us, who would try to stain the reputation or besmirch the character of black women. Not only the Kamala.
Come for us. First of all, which us are you talking about? Your boule buddies? Because you damn sure not talking about the average black person in America. You're not talking about the grassroots. There is no us. See, just like I'm vehement about there's no such thing as a black and brown, there's no such thing as black America and boule. Nope. You over there with them folks. You sold us out, you stay over there with them. That's the attitude that I'm encouraging all of us to have. Nope. If you're going to sell us out, you stay over there with them folks. Look, y'all don't understand. If I had my way, I would influence every one of you to be like, hey, nope, we don't know you, bro. Nope. You did this to our people and sold out like that, and look at what it did to our community. Hey, man, you belong to them. Get back over there. You master's pit. Don't come over here. We ain't got no love for you. See, let me tell you something. Anybody think that sound extreme? Because I know we got some sweet people over here. Bless your hearts, okay, as far as like the sisters are concerned. But see, those of you that have that attitude, like, well, that's going too far. No, it's not. Because see, why do you think the Jewish community has so much power? Do you understand what happens to somebody in the Jewish community if they do something that their people find off code? Oh, you done. You can't come back amongst them. You are an outcast. Ain't no coming back. Oh, no, there is no coming back. Anybody that's amongst their people that get out of line and do something, for example, watch this. Let's go with the big one. Let's just say if it was a Jewish person foolish enough to side with Alex Jones and all these other silly people that's talking about the Holocaust didn't exist. That's stupidity. Of course it did. But see, if you did that, you would be persona non grata. In fact, the business, I go for it to say this. Don't let them Jewish folks fool you, bro. They got goons too. You would probably come up missing somewhere. They'll be like, oh no, we ain't, not only are we not gonna deal with you, we gonna make sure you don't keep running around talking about that. If one of their own actually came out and was stupid enough to say something like that, man, they'll be around, bro. I'm telling you what I know, not what I think, okay? So with all this foolishness that he talking about here, man, there is no us. You say your boule buddies, okay? See, we gonna have to make sure that they understand it. And see, I'm gonna be honest with you. The brother Jamal Green, he has the right idea. We might need to start pulling down on a lot of them and be like, hey, man, get your language right. There is no us and you over there with them folks. You want to be a shield Billy for the Republicans or the Democrats. You are over there with them. There's no us. You don't have a community to come back to. You belong to them people. You made your choice. Why am I saying that? Anybody thinks I'm harsh with that? Name the time that you seen him stumping for reparations, an anti-black hate crime bill. Where is he to actually speak up and say, hey, I saw what happened to Sonia Massey. Look, let me try to help this family get justice. What you doing? Huh? You have those of us out here on the black grassroots. We put our little coins together amongst all of us and try to do the best we can to get justice for our people out here fighting. These people are never helping us with nothing. To see if they did that, I could almost say, okay, hey, at least they can be counted on to do this. I don't see these people in none of the places that we at. Huh? And then the most despicable thing about his demographic, just like that Ajuma Baraka guy, yes, I said his name when he was trying to come at our good brother Afro Elite. You want to piss me off? Start coming at these young folks. Because if I see it, I'm coming for your head, bro. I'm not going to let that slide. I am going to actually check you on that every time I see you doing it. Don't you dare come for our young people out here. You in this demographic, this age range, you being a damn shield Billy and a sellout? Or if you somebody that's in the tether class, you don't get to tell us what not to be proud of. That pissed me off so bad when I saw that man coming at that brother. That man, sit your peanut head ass down. You go tend to your affairs in your country, okay, wherever the fuck you from. But see, this kind of foolishness right here, no, man, we're going to have to let these guys know you're not going to keep doing this weed stuff. You disrespect every black man that's there for his family, whether he's married to the mother of his child or not. You disrespect all the grandfathers, the uncles, the brothers, the older cousins, the sons, okay, the nephews that actually don't play the radio about the women in their family, man. You watch your mouth when you start talking about this us and we stuff. Let's let it continue.
All the Harrises of the world, but the Shaniquas and the Jackies and the Renees and whoever else a black woman happens to be and whatever else her name happens to be. We will stand tall for them. Not you unprincipled harridans, you people who assault the legitimacy of our black womanhood.
You're not a black woman, you're actually a black man. And see, maybe that's the problem in his mind. He probably thinks he's a black woman. That man, look, see, first of all, she's not black. Kamami is East Indian. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. She's East Indian. That's what she is, okay? And she's with Zaddy. So, no. But see, he act like that the white lady up there, Nancy Mace, okay, the hard face, and that's something, yeah, I'm rhyming over here. Nancy Mace with the hard face, yeah. I might have to do a meme on that. Nancy Mace with the hard face, because boy, that face is hard. Right, compared to that vision of loveliness that was on the show hosting it with class itself. See, he act like that heifer called, an actual black woman that was up there like the host of the show, actually called her the N-word or something. Okay, now if that had happened, okay, now it's time to go ahead and stand up and say something. That didn't happen. That didn't happen. And see, the Shillbillies never learned. There's only a few slots for any of them to be attached to that Democratic Party administration. Lord knows Roland, with his little round, rotund ass, the Snack Panther, he been trying to roll his ass in there for years. Got to fight me yet? Can I get in? Can I get in? The lunch smell good. I want to eat what you eat. Throw a sandwich, come out there. At least let me lick the plate. I mean, that's what he been trying to do, okay? And they keep telling you, no, Roland, no. No, Rolanda. Rotunda, Rolanda, no, you're not coming in here. We're not going to let you lick the plate. We're not giving you this. Can I get the scraps? No. I'm with that back. I'm gonna get the garbage. No, you're not. We're not gonna put the garbage out there until you leave. We have security guard. I mean, that's what he's doing. He don't understand. There's no place for you over there, Rolanda. There's no place. Same for you, Michael Eric Dyson. Let's let it continue.
More than 20 years ago, in 2003, I wrote a book called Why I Love Black Women. It wasn't a thing. It wasn't black women magic. It wasn't black boy joy. This was before there was a trend. So I've been doing this. I've been on the front line of defending black women. I have been on the front line of saying that despite our imperfections.
Michael Eric Dyson, this is the part that you really shouldn't have said. Not just you, but any of you Shillbillies that are men, that are black men, supposedly males over there in the Democrat Party. You goofy simp, you shouldn't have said this because, see, an intelligent man like myself, I'm going to call you on this. See, I didn't hear anybody else get him, and I'm not saying nobody has, but I just hadn't heard anybody else get him with what I'm about to say. If you love black women so much and you over there in that Democrat Party, then why don't I hear you speaking against them trying to push unaliving children on our women? Everything is about non-procreative sex. And if you love black women so much, where are you advocating for policies or funding for black hospitals so that our women aren't dying when they try to give birth to the next generation? I hadn't heard you talking about that. Now, if somebody else has, correct me if I'm wrong. I want to be fair and honest with what I'm saying over here. All this, I love black women. No, you pandering isn't love. When you say you love black women, that's not just words that come out your mouth, okay? When you say you love black people, that has to come with some action of some sort. Some sort. There has to be action where somebody can say, yep, I see what that brother or sister does every day. They love their people. Huh? You say you love black women so much. Really? You need to be going hard in the paint about Sonya Massey. Instead of up there trying to correct somebody about her name, you should have been saying, hey, listen, man, with everything that just happened with that sister there, we got to make sure we get some policy on the table that never happens to another black person. But you say you love black women so much. See, the point that I'm making, brothers and sisters, is this. When they get to pandering like this, start calling them on it. Be like, okay, you said it, but what can I see that you've done to show me that you do? Because love is an action too, okay? It's not just verbal. Action must follow behind the word love if you actually love somebody, okay? There must be some action. So that's where I'm going with it. He should have left that part out of his mouth. Because see, if somebody like me hear it, I'm going to drill you down on it every time. Let's let it continue.
As black men, despite the ways I have personally hurt or harmed any human being who happens to be a black woman on this earth, despite all of that, what I have always understood is the principled deference to their power and their spirit, and the principled defense of their humanity in the face of unprincipled assault. And so this is just a reminder that we will continue to stand.
I agree with that part, but you wasn't defending a black woman. That's the problem.
And as black men for black women, we will continue to have your backs. We will continue to uplift you. We will not allow a woman like Congresswoman Nancy Mace. I didn't call her Nancy Machi. I didn't call her out of her name. I insisted that she was a wonderful woman. She proved otherwise in her behavior. And
see, let's go here with this. Let's go here with this, all right? You said you insisted that she was a wonderful woman. See, this is where that duplicity comes in at. And see, this is why this is very dangerous. This is why you don't. Everybody's heard the saying, hey, don't get high off your own lie, okay? You start telling lies to yourself. You don't play mental gymnastics with yourself like that, because then you actually start believing that bullshit. If she's not a wonderful woman, don't say it. But see, a simp, that's the way he's trained. He doesn't know how to think any other way. He thinks that I can kiss my ass through everything dealing with a woman. And see, I agree with the protecting our women part. But see, the other thing, besides just uplifting them, you know what also a part of uplifting our women is? Telling them the truth. Because see, when you do the opposite of tell them the truth, they fall down. Look, not telling our women the truth and doing all that simping and pandering, that's just like if you got them up there on this pedestal where you say you want to uplift them at, and then there's termites in the support beam, and you don't say anything or try to do anything about that. Why they up there having the time of their life? Oh, I'm so great, I'm so wonderful, which our women are. But you know how some women, boy, they can get so full of themselves and everybody's kissing ass that they don't look down and say, wait a minute, is this really the way it is? Is it really good up here? And then the whole fake scaffolding come falling down because the termites within that support beam. That's a part of uplifting too, is making sure the support structure is actually sturdy with the truth. That's what you need, Michael Eric Dyson. You don't lie to women and kiss ass and say that's uplifting. That's the opposite of uplifting. You don't get strength from a lie. You get strength from the truth, okay? Let this jackass continue. Boy, this is embarrassing.
Then she immediately, in a reactionary fashion, suggested, oh, you're calling me a racist. I did not. But if who the cap fit, wear it. If that's what you pretend not to be, then don't do it. Racists are who racists do. So the reality is, my sister Nancy Mace.
See, he can't stop doing it. Even though he calls himself trying to be sarcastic, let me tell y'all something right now. You will never hear me say this. Look, if you ever do hear me say this, okay? If you ever do hear me say this, no, this ain't the real GBS. They done kidnapped me somewhere. I'm probably in a basement and it's a clone you listen to. I don't call white women my sisters. My sisters look like me, okay? Nope, don't call them that. My white brothers, nope, don't say that either. We're not family. No, we're not. Does that mean I have to be hostile towards you if you're a good person? No, but you're not my family, okay? So I don't play with that word, y'all. I've said it again many times. I do not play with the familiar terms of brother and sister. I don't go around calling everybody that. It's some black people I won't call that. Huh? If you slitting the community's throat and betraying our people, you're not a brother or sister of mine. So what do I look like calling people that have a history of violating my folks? See, I got to tell you, like Neely Fuller Jr. always taught us, if somebody introduces one of them folks to me and they be like, yeah, this person is solid, they cool, they straight, I'm like, okay, I accept that. I understand what you saying. They prove that to you, but they got to prove that to me too before I engage with them cordially. Even if they do prove it, I'm still not going to call you by that familiar term. That's reserved for us. See, I get it. In this day and age in America, with the way they just condescend to black people and talk to us like we still on the plantations, the 3/5 of human being, everything that we create is for everybody, like hip hop. Yes, there are supposed to be some things that are exclusive to us. That term brother and sister, that's one that I reserve vehemently and strictly for our people, okay? I will be quicker to call an on-code non-FBA brother or sister dealt up by that term before I would anybody that's in that demographic over there in the male community or the male adjacent community or the wannabe male adjacent community, okay? My sister. What the hell you got in common with her to say that? And see, again, I got to call him a simp because only a simp tries to come back and talk respectfully to somebody that disrespected them in the opposite gender. You don't have to curse them out, but goddamn, man, pick up your damn testicles and have some self-respect. That's not your sister, you idiot, and you can't represent black men if you that damn weak. You can't represent us if you don't have no respect for yourself. Let's let it continue.
That you must come to an understanding that you don't get the right to call women what you want to call them, especially as a white woman. Do you not understand the history of white supremacy, where white women were able to call black women anything they wanted to?
Do you not understand it? Do you not understand it? See, this is the crazy thing. What makes you think that she doesn't understand that? You clearly see that that's a white woman. You know what her community is all about. They train them from the time that they're young in anti-black racism. She's not ignorant about nothing. You're not educating her on a damn thing. It was intentional, you moron. See, I can't deal with people like this, man. They think because they have them degrees, they got all the sense in the world, but they lack common sense. Lacking common sense is dangerous in this era that we in here. It is. So I get it. A lot of people might respect him. A lot of people might swoon over him pronouncing 20-syllable words. I don't give a damn about that. You can have whatever degree you want. You can be as articulate as you want. You can razzle-dazzle people with etymology and semantics. If I see that your ass lack common sense, you got to get the fuck away from me, okay? I can't tell everybody else over here what to do, but that's the way I play it. No, you don't have common sense attached to you, brother or sister. You can't be nowhere near me.
To have to know their names? So Becky, Barbie, Karen, please understand that we will no longer silently be complicit in the erosion of the integrity, in the assault upon the beauty of our sisters. We love all the women of the world, but on this day, we unapologetically uplift the virtue, the vitality, the viability, and especially the visibility of black women. Let me show you what I'll do to protect this. Shoot at you people like movie directors. Love you, black women. Just do.
Let me close him with this. Let me close him with this. He went on that long soliloquy talking about how much you love black women, but it was actually the most disrespectful thing to black women, because see, if you was connected to any real black women, the black grassroots, average black women in America, you would understand that everything you said was disrespectful because the woman you talking about isn't a black woman. That's the part you miss, bright guy. You supposed to be so damn smart. You see, this is how the boule makes fools of themselves. He went on that long tirade there, and you sitting up here talking about somebody that most black women are like, no, she's not one of us. She's not. Then, to cap it all off, Michael Eric Dyson. Here's the problem. You not around any black people that will tell you anything that I just said in this broadcast here tonight. And then you want to be proposition or put up as if you're going to be the representation speaking for heterosexual, foundational black American freedmen men. Well, we here to tell you that's not going to happen. There's no scenario where we going to sit there and be like, yeah, he can speak for us. No, you don't get to talk for us because you don't have the best interests of not only foundational black American freedmen men, but neither our women or children. You don't, because you're a damn shillbilly. That's the point that I'm making here with what I'm saying here tonight. So family, I think I covered all the bases here with this. Like I said, I'm going to leave this up. I'm going to be covering the Democrat Shillbilly Convention, okay? And I'm breaking that up in parts. Not going to go through the whole damn thing, but expect that broadcast coming up. Going to have another broadcast coming up soon here on Patreon. And the upcoming one that's on this channel here is going to be one that everybody need to listen to because it's going to be some lessons taught about that. I mean, man, you're not going to believe what I have to show you, but somebody got to take the time to break this down because I actually do love my people. And I want to make sure that we're not doing the wrong things out here when we encounter these damn race soldiers. They're cowardly and demonic, but we got to make sure that we're not doing stupid things also. So looking out for the next broadcast coming up. That's it. Thank you and salute to everybody that contributed. I want you to take care of yourselves and your family. And brothers, remember, we got to hold the line for traditional masculinity because if we stand down and let them, they will kill it. Black first, salute, and I will see you all in future content.